Okay, I'm ready to go. We ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I can hardly wait. 57 minutes of whatever's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're gonna have to speedrun this shit.
Yeah.
Last year's summer update was a pretty middle-of-the-road update. Like, hey, it's no winter 2021, but it's not exactly in the same caliber.
That's being
as,
very generous.
The one that made me a lot of money. But it did.
What do you mean the one that made you a lot of money? Did he like submit a
He
war
got a war payment.
What?
Yeah,
What? Oh my.
FishStick gets a wall pie.
Fish stick.
No, good news about
Sell out.
Warpaint's not. He won't make money no more. Anyway, keep going.
Theory was an interesting change to the way casual works, even if it was a relatively minor one.
He plays
But
sniper
it's
face.
one that I think could herald a positive future for casual mode, since it is in need of a bit of TLC since it's hardly been touched ever since Blue Moon.
You know what? I can't hear this stupid video because of your car, bruh. I can
Yo,
edit. I will be able to edit it out, but my gosh.
Nah, it's fine, it's fine.
Well, as long as you guys could hear it, I guess it's fine, because on my end I could just trim it up, but still, that's loud. Alright.
So I wanted to talk about some of the changes and improvements I'd like to see in future updates to hopefully get a discussion going that's, you know,
Bring back quickplay.
actually constructive and practical.
Oh, shut up!
Bruh.
Shut up!
Yo,
Right out the gate with a jab. Oh, get out, dude.
Oh boy!
So the
We
summer
did more
update
than you
made it
ever
so that the
did.
end of the round timer that goes off during the map vote and final scoreboard was cut in half, from 30 seconds to 15 seconds. This is a pretty substantial
Is that
change
LMAX?
and a very beneficial
30?
one. It gives players enough time to see how everyone did and vote for a new map without keeping them twiddling their thumbs for too long. This is one of the big complaints that Lister made in his video covering the many problems that plague casual. A video I find incredibly agreeable, so much so that I basically cancelled any plans I had to make a similar one because I felt he handled it so well. But the conversation's changed a bit since that video came out, so I felt the need to say my piece. Anyway, the big issue that he brought up a lot is that there's
At
lots
least
of
he's talking about the
waiting
one that's.
in
At least he's
casual.
talking about the better
With queue
video, not
times
the
to end
one
of round
that
times and beginning
Lister
of round
made
times
after that
to
one.
such an extreme
Yeah.
degree
That
that
one was-
many people
that
simply
one was
find it more
mid.
practical to leave the game and re-queue to get into a game faster, as opposed to sticking around for the next game, which leads to dead lobbies, which leads to everyone else also re-queuing, and it just sucks. It's a big negative feedback loop that ultimately results in spending way less time actually playing the game than is ideal. So another easy fix is to do the same thing for the pre-round timer. Just cut the time down to get people started in the game way faster. Now, how long the currently existing pre-round timer lasts is actually dependent on how many people are currently in the match. The more
Oh my
people
gosh,
there are,
Wheezy,
the
no
faster the
way.
timer. There
It
have
also
been plenty of
resets
instances where the
randomly, bro.
pre-round timer was actually
I had a game
lifesaver
recently
that
in
had
terms of getting
24
a solid
players,
group of
and the
people into
pre-round
what
just
would otherwise
reset
have
to
been a dead
Wait, pause the
lobby.
video.
So
Pause the video. I love how he's saying that, like, oh, we should just keep the pre-round. We should reduce the pre-round timer. When in reality, we shouldn't even have to do that. We should just make the pre-round timer the one that's the default when you make a server on the
Yeah, to
Steam
just
networking.
25 seconds.
Make it
of
30.
waiting.
Yeah, make it like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say that isn't the default one on community servers? It's just 30 seconds, but waiting
Yeah,
for
that's-
players.
yeah.
It's literally just waiting for players. It literally just says waiting for players at the top
Wait,
of the HUD.
so what he's saying is,
Yeah.
what he's saying is go back to standard rule set,
back
aka
to
the way
standard
it used to
rule
be,
set.
aka quick play's way of doing
Exactly.
it. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
It's almost
Oh
like
my
the
gosh,
shit was
what
well
a
designed
concept.
at one point.
Radical concept. It's so great.
It's great. I like how we're being antagonistic already because I just know he's gonna. Just
I'm not even trying to be mean.
yeah,
I'm
not,
just
what
being
do you mean?
sarcastic.
What do you mean? He took the first shot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, true.
That's
Yeah, he
true,
took the
he
first
did.
shot.
He
It's
did.
only fair.
That's
It's only
my
fair.
That's my fireback.
I don't think removing it altogether is the right call. However, even at its shortest, it can still feel like you're waiting around for no good reason.
That's not true.
Especially on
30
game
seconds
modes like
is fine.
Payload and Attack Defend, where
Yeah.
you're already
What?
waiting for the game to start during setup time once that timer does actually reach 0. I think that if all
I
24
hope that's
players
not a
are in the
complaint about
match,
setup
hell,
time
even
itself,
22
'cause that would be
players,
really
then it
stupid.
should start almost immediately. Like a 5 or 10 second
not
timer
even saying
max,
it's
just to give
compounded.
people enough time to connect to the server upon the map change. The only thing that people are doing during the pre-round is showing off their taunts. We don't need like 45 seconds dedicated to that every single match we play. There's not enough taunts to show off. Combined with the now existing shorter endgame timer, this will create a much
Pause for a
nicer
second, pause for a
feedback
second.
loop.
Does that imply
where
he wants more taunts in the game?
I'm fucking unpause it. I'm not engaging that shit.
Players are more likely to stick around as opposed to requeuing, since one of the main reasons they're doing that in the first place is to get into games faster, assuming they are sticking around to the end of the game at least. This also means they won't have to go through frequent queue times, which is especially helpful in lower traffic areas like Australia and South America. You get in one game and you can stick with it as long as you want with as little downtime as possible.
Quickplay.
If players do still requeue mid-match, it's probably because that match sucks, but we'll get into that later. By eliminating the need to requeue after the game has ended, you ensure that the matches of good quality that people get into will effectively last a lot longer.
But how does reducing
instead
the
of
timer
more or less
change
needing
that?
to go back to spinning?
Yeah, it doesn't affect the
Yeah,
game state at all, or
what?
how
What
quickly
he
a
said is
match can
just
go
a
by.
non sequitur. What?
Yeah, it
He's
doesn't.
it's just a non sequitur. What the fuck?
Is he? I think what he's trying to say is that since you're spending less time queuing back and forth, you would have a better
But
chance of
like,
staying in
is
the
the
lobby.
implication that people are requeuing because they see the waiting for players thing on
That
the
doesn't-
casual mode? What?
That doesn't make any sense. Besides, for some,
What he said just doesn't make sense. It's just a complete non sequitur. He's
for
just
some
connected
people, to
nothing
be
to do with
honest,
each other.
the load times are longer than the actual like waiting times. Like for my computer, like I take longer just loading in maps than to actually like wait for the game to start. So, like I know that's a significant portion of people. And also,
I mean, yeah,
he is talking
yeah.
about like setup time or like waiting time as if it affects the game state or whatever. But like you still have to suffer with round limits. So
And no team switching and dysfunctional auto balance.
yeah,
I mean,
like, what-
again, what he said just doesn't connect to anything he just said. Everything he talked about with the fucking waiting for players timer has nothing to do with people requeuing. It's literally
Yeah,
nothing to
I
do with
agree.
it.
I agree with the
I
sentiment.
thought
Oh yeah,
that.
we should cut it down. But like,
if you're gonna
it
cut
doesn't
it down,
connect
at
to what
that
he's
point,
saying.
just do it the way it used to be.
Yeah, make it 30 seconds. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah,
Get it so enough everyone can get in the lobby, and then boom, start the game.
pretty much.
The wheel of fate with every game you get into. I think it'll
I'm getting
take a little
drunk on
while for
apple
some
juice, by
players
the
to
way.
break the habit of
Drunk on apple
auto-requeuing,
juice is
but I also
diabolical.
think that people will be more inclined to stick around for good games for longer
For
periods
real.
of time if given the chance to do so. I think more people should give it a try with the currently existing system if they get into a really fun game just to see if it improves things over constantly requeuing. But I understand if my audience alone isn't enough to fill up more than a couple of slots per game to make this process more tolerable. Okay,
So,
quick addendum
wait,
while I'm in the
wait.
process of editing.
So what is he? So what he's saying is that we should give the system a chance when we've had the same system for the past 8 years.
Dude,
What?
just don't requeue after a good game. I don't, and then what happens is the next game fucking sucks. So then I requeue.
Yeah, because the next game, because half the players left the game because the map timers was 30 seconds. Even then, 15 is still a little too long.
Yeah,
Make it happen while we play the game.
I don't. That entire first 4 minutes was a whole bunch of nothing.
Nothing.
That was a
Nothing.
waste. That was a waste
Oh,
of
no,
time.
no, that's not.
No, believe
It's
me,
less
this is going to be a
than
pattern.
It's less than nothing. He took a pot shot in there, and that's the only thing of value that he did was take a
Yeah,
pot
he
shot.
did. He just
He took a pot
jabbed
shot at a group of people he's never interacted with ever.
ever. This guy.
That's quality. Not good quality, but it is quality. It's negative quality.
Negative quality, the way it's so funny that it's positive quality.
What is an antonym for the word quality?
Oh, come on, we don't need an antonym for that. What the fuck?
Negative quality is fine.
Yeah, what?
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Inferiority, mediocrity, poorness, yeah, shoddiness. Okay. Mediocrity, I suppose. All right.
Thing here. I was
Mediocre.
recently talking with Wheezy about this.
There are two things I can confirm. Cross-region MVM parties got fixed. I'm going to read this because I don't know how long he's going to throw this up on the screen. So
It hits 60 seconds. Okay, but this is MVM related though.
yeah,
What?
I don't know. I saw Wheezy post about this on Twitter like it was some big deal, and I'm like, cool, but this is just MVM. This isn't about the base game at all. Like,
Yeah, I like MVM. I care about the base game more.
yeah, I don't get what what the point
Like what?
of bringing this
Like
up
cool.
is.
I like
Like,
it.
yes, MVM typically has trickle down effects back to casual because they use the same system, I guess. But like, that doesn't automatically mean that stuff's gonna transfer or whatever. I don't know why he's bringing this up.
And apparently
What
this
the
may have
fuck?
already been added in some capacity after a recent behind-the-scenes
We have
update.
no evidence
He
of
mentions
that.
at the beginning of round timer basically skips over a minute and a half of wait time almost instantly.
That I didn't experience
So-
that today. I played casual for like 20 minutes today. I queued. I had to wait for a 2-fort queue for like 5 minutes, and then, starting of the game, it was just the same as it always is. So, I think it's inconsistent at best.
Now my experience, like they did the thing with the matchmaker where like they tuned it up after the XP vet bug. To me, it's a lot faster, but that's not going to last long when they add one map into the game. Oh boy, we have to retune the matchmaking system because we added one map. Hooray!
Could you imagine if they had a spring update too? Like,
Oh my, nah, now we need that just so it would break the matchmaker.
So based.
we have Halloween, Christmas, and spring and summer. Like, oh
Literally
my
a
gosh.
holiday for every season. That sounds awesome. We need that right now. You're a genius,
Yeah.
bro. They should hire you.
Yeah.
Get the Easter
We-
TF2 update. Yeah.
Easter TF2 update. You add fucking big chunkus into the game. The
It would
game is
just
saved.
it would just be Pyroland because it's mostly the same color scheme.
You guys remember Freak Fortress? How there's like the demo man in the bunny costume as one of the
Yeah.
he wants to add that as a real thing.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be so scheme. Holy shit.
That would be so peak.
That's exactly what needs to happen. It would break so often that people would they'd beg for quick play to come back.
Nah, it's so good that they'll rename it Twink Play, then it's a masterpiece.
And pretty much
Okay, I'll
defaults
pause
to
it
the 60-second wait time. I still personally think that's way too long for the vast majority of wait times, and I still think if enough people are in the server,
I don't
it
think
should
this
go
music
down to
choice
like
fits.
10, 15 seconds at most. But I'll gladly take 60 seconds of waiting over the previous maximum wait time of 100.
You gotta want to hear your shit. Your
Plus
Golden Rush
sometimes
video used
another
to fucking FNAF security breach music at the worst possible time.
It used to
Don't want to hear shit.
no, fuck off. The difference is that the section I put it in was intentionally meant to get on your nerves. That's why it had this annoying ass music for all of 1 minute. Okay?
I don't know. It worked too well. That doesn't work like.
That was intentionally rage bait. This is not rage. This is not rage bait.
This is
I don't
fully
think it fits.
unironic in all its glory.
And also, to be fair, every other music choice I did in that video was good. So
Okay, yeah, true.
Was it
Die.
though?
Just-
I mean, yes.
No,
it was
you
pretty
die.
close.
Fuck you.
It was pretty good.
okay. Anyway, back to this fucking
Yeah, back to-
5-star Michelin chef meal video.
Yeah.
60 seconds when it randomly resets for no reason. I don't know why it does that. Much like the rest of TF2, Casual seems to have been built on a foundation of hopes and dreams. Speaking of the map change, this is something that's always bugged me about Casual. When you vote to play on the same map again, which is a very popular choice since a lot of people fucking love playing on the same map over and over again, it restarts the entire server, which forces
He
you
is
to sit
so
through the end of round timer,
post-sarcastic, it actually
and the
is
server
annoying.
reload, and the pre-round timer. This is especially frustrating during games where you join in at the very end of the round. If everyone's voting for the same map again already, I'd like to avoid the process of effectively needing to sit in.
Remove the server reset in the event that the same map is voted for again. Oh, so
So basically,
Ahem.
so
I
what Quick Play did, where all so what Quick Play did, because what Quick Play did is that you played the same map for 2 rounds, and you go back and then it scrambles the teams together both
The
if they both won
meme-
the
the
same
meme is
round.
All
True.
right. Now hold on. Let's be fair. It's not quick play. It's just the fucking old server settings. That's the default. That is not quick play. You could have that with or without.
okay, so
You
that,
go on a
that
community
still
True.
that still proves our point
But-
though.
This
But
this
that's
is
still the old server
the
settings.
kind of rhetoric that Fish
Yeah.
will latch on. This is the kind of rhetoric that Fish and those guys latch onto when you attribute basic server settings to quick play. It was not that.
Oh, come
not
on,
quick play. This is
that's pedantic.
only-
Obviously, we know that it's the original way it used. That's obviously.
I know,
we
but
it's
I know, but you
standard.
gotta like be precise with your words, or it's just gonna be twisted against you.
This is worse than discussing politics. I swear.
It literally is politics, bro. It's TF2
I
politics.
swear. Yeah, it is because it's
TFT
like
politics.
all I'm hearing right now is like literally the meme that I honestly didn't think was true, but it literally is. It's the meme where they literally will say anything other than we just want quick play back. They will literally want quick play back in everything but name, like little bitches, as if it somehow kills their ego to like be proven wrong or something when there's nothing to be proven wrong about. Like, come on, dude. I don't
Like,
it's just
like this is like old server settings. Like, even if we assume like, oh, there's no team scrambles, it just all it does is just restart the map. It's like voting to play on the same map for longer. Like, what?
yeah.
It's the same thing, basically. Except worse, because then you're not even guaranteed exact time amounts. You're just guaranteed 2 minutes or like 2 rounds and nothing more.
Oh yeah.
So technically, it's worse.
In another, even a longer queue time again for a match that most of the people in it are already queuing out of. I would like to see this process completely eliminated on the condition that the same map is voted for again. Just start up a new match right then and there and run the teams through auto scramble to mix things up, especially in the event
it's
of a
almost like,
roll.
oh my god,
Maybe you could have a little vote check to scramble on the end around screen next to the map vote.
Or
Wait, what was that? What was
or
that?
Castaway.
What did he say?
Start up a new match right then and there and run the teams through auto scramble to mix things up, especially in the event of a roll. Maybe you could have a little vote check to scramble on the end around screen next to the map vote, though I think that vote scramble is a bit of a double-edged sword with how people tend to abuse it in community servers, so that might not...
Oh, that's a non-issue. Come on.
You literally can't abuse it.
Truth on that one. I just gotta agree with him on this. Vote scramble is a thing. The way it's implemented currently, without having to go through like hoops to fix it with like
server plugin?
Server shit. It's just AIDS. The reason is, dude, Zesty's server every other like round. Scramble. It's like, holy shit. It got to a point where they had to start cracking down. It's like, if you guys start spamming that shit, you're getting your privilege revoked to scramble.
Okay, well then make it so like there's a 15-minute timer on the vote scramble.
Yeah, that's what they did. They ended up they changed the timer on it, but it's like, I don't know, there's a better way to do it than just letting someone pull up a vote.
It's so weird because like the system is obviously built for a higher trust system than like it's obviously built for a higher trust society, so to speak, than what we currently have. Because I know, like from the stories I've heard and from the videos I've seen, people back in the day, like before Meet Your Match, even didn't do that. Like there was no abuse of this.
Yep.
So like, it's just.
Well, then wait. If there's no abuse of it then why would there be abuse of it now?
Because the culture has changed.
We haven't even used the mechanic in years. Like what?
Dude, different players, man. The people that play on like Zesty server are a bunch of people that came from casual. They were playing casual for years. They hopped on this. Most of them weren't playing community servers.
Unfortunately, I have to concede with that because it's a culture change just because of time passed. Like
given time, right? Given time, if quickplay came back tomorrow, give it time like a year, and everyone would stop fucking spamming the vote scramble.
Yeah, you'd have to trust
it would
people
be
to
a
do
problem.
People don't want to wait that long to adjust their attitude, but like long term, yes, they would absolutely resolve.
It wouldn't be a problem in settings where I'm existing because I'd scream on the mic in a soldier voice to stop scrambling, or you eat children, and they would not scramble.
That's true.
You genuinely just assert when people do stupid shit. Just like start screaming in a funny voice and people will listen.
Yeah.
True. You want to play on fucking Hydro, scream like a little bitch, and then you'll get your way.
Hey. I mean, that's what I do. I'll be like, "You little maggots are gonna vote for Hydro, or you support eating children. You're not a bunch of child eaters, are you?" It's me.
It's literally everyone has to do this from now on. This is the standard.
That's how you get what you want.
This is how to manipulate people, guys. Taking classes now from the goat.
That's right, it's the goat. The goat.
The goat. Oh shoot.
The GOAT. Okay, we kind of want pause. We're too busy.
A lot of people would really like to see the return of the old 45-minute map times and auto scramble upon multiple victories. That was the system of the days prior to
that would be good.
Casual. But I think that simply changing things around this way would be a suitable substitute for this system.
Of course you
and potentially a more organic one. Back in the day, if you wanted to end things off on a map early, you had to stop what you were doing in the middle of the game and call for an RTV, or rock the vote.
Yeah, you can do that when you die.
Stop what you're doing, bro. It's literally just typing 3 letters in chat. Don't be dramatic. Don't do a lucid here and try to amplify this into something it's not. You know full well it is not that deep. Like, come on.
Come on.
Come on. Also, like, what? I don't... I just don't get why he has to be so pushbacky with 45 minutes and then an auto an auto scramble for teams. I don't like
You
what.
kind of need both to work efficiently, honestly. Because how would you use how to use auto scramble when there's not enough time to dictate what's the performance of each player on the server?
It almost seems like he's literally just being contrarian at this point because this is something that like there's no valid complaints for or against really. It's just.
Oh no! I've seen this part of the video. This is like the last part I've seen. He's gonna say why. It's gonna be really funny.
Okay.
Ended the game prematurely and could feel very jarring.
Yeah,
I only ever
feel,
liked
huh?
this if the map that was voted for was flat out awful, and I'm not queuing for those maps in the first place
So,
in casual,
I
so
only
that
like
system
it
has
if
no
it's-
place here.
if it's
And if you
something I
wanted to
prefer.
extend the map timer, then you had to do the same thing to call for a vote on that too. By the way, this was only the case for community servers. If you were playing on an official Valve server,
Is that true?
Valve server did not have RTV, nor did they have the ability to do like exclamation mark nominate. You had to go into the vote menu and vote for a map.
Yeah, it works it works how it does in Counter Strike today.
Arena
That's how it works.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's still a method that does the same.
It's worse
thing.
than community.
Yeah.
It's worse than community servers. The
Yes.
nomination.
Yeah, it's worse, but it's fine. It's okay. It
Also,
works.
to be honest,
Yeah.
when he talks about this, like in regards to the quick play era, like weren't most people not even playing Valve servers because community servers were still the shit?
No,
I mean,
it was like a split. You had a lot of people that you had a lot of people that would just play Valve servers, but you had a lot of people that would play both.
I see.
Because the Valve only server option was on by default from like 2014. And
Oh, okay.
yeah.
How long has he been playing? Excuse me. How long has he been playing?
We don't fucking know.
Because like he's talking as if he has all this experience. When like if we do that Merc badge check, like and it's not
Merc badge, the litmus test.
Yes.
fucking the litmus test of if you say you have experience, do you know what you're talking about? I'm pretty sure he's been playing since like 2013, maybe. He has been playing for a while.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that though, but I'm pretty sure he's been playing for at least a decade.
Okay.
and the map changes something awful, tough shit. You're either stuck there for the next 45 minutes, or you can go kick rocks on another server.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Wait.
Why is that
Here's
a
an idea.
problem? Why is that a problem?
Here's an idea. Leave the server.
He says
Also,
kick rocks
yeah,
on
it's-
another
Go
server.
find a different one.
It's so funny, right? It's so funny, bro. It's like, that's a problem. As if I don't get like dog shit maps in casual, and then I just re-queue because it's a dog shit map in casual. When I play casual, obviously, which is never.
No, it's not even that for me. It's as if people don't have preferences. Like I will play for hours on like AD Avanti or TC Hydro or something. Other people might think it's shit. That's fine. They can find another
Not
server
play it.
or deal with it. That's fine. Like, and then other servers, as if that's a bad thing or some kind of major
He's basically
inconvenience.
just saying.
In the
he's
golden age,
basically
there were
saying-
so many other servers, bro. Like, he's describing a
Well,
non-issue.
if I don't want to play a map, and everyone else on the server does, they should have depended on my whims. It's like, fuck you, little maggot.
Little,
Get the fuck out of here.
it's such.
It's actually like maggot behavior, dude. Like
literally,
fucking,
literally.
20 other people on the server, but they need. I don't want to play Hydro. It's like, then fucking leave, you little baby.
This guy.
Yeah,
is
go play
so
a different
whiny.
server. It's only a problem today because you don't have many vanilla community servers. But if we added back quick play or had a system similar, it would work. It would work how we are describing.
Here's the thing: you don't even need community services. You could still have this with Valve servers. There's like a fucking 1,000 Valve servers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. If we yeah.
You don't. Okay. Oh, they voted for Hydro. Okay, let's go fucking look it up. Go on any other server and nominate something. Like,
In the most updated version
Also-
of quick
also,
play,
right?
you could still find like 10 servers for just one map per map, right?
also, right? Also, something to think about here. If you don't like the map, try and nominate one and skip the current one.
Yeah.
Whoa,
And if it doesn't
great.
work, oh well. Like, don't bitch about it.
We'll leave and
I know,
find a server.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like casual mode brain rot moment. If I don't get what I want immediately, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Like, you just, what's wrong with you?
And all of this,
Dude, I will sit through maps I'm not particularly a fan of and still have a good time to get to the map I really want to play.
yeah, I've
I
done
will
that my whole
sit through
life.
There's some maps I won't, but most maps I'm fine with up until like meet your match. Most maps I'm fine with in the game.
Yeah.
If I have to sit through, if I'm not in the mood for fucking, I don't know, Mountain Lab really, I'll still sit through it if I'm like,
How
I'm
dare
gonna
you?
play like Frontier next or something.
I played Mountain Lab today.
good.
No, and even if this was a genuine problem, if you added quick play back, again, long term, this would rectify, because as Alex said, we don't have many vanilla servers in the game right now. Like, we don't have any vanilla community servers. All you need to do is
at least like one's active.
Quick play would bring back incentive to revive those servers, and people could become passionated to actually generate communities like that again.
It would also bring back incentive to not just leave.
Exactly.
Dude, the casual mode brain rot consumes all. People take that shit with them to community servers, and it's really annoying. Like, people just...
Dude, people took it to source mods back when they were still, like, mostly underground things. Like, I remember people doing that back in, like, pre-Fortress when it was still somewhat popular. And it's like, dude, what are you talking about?
It's just people are just conditioned. That's all it is. Like, they'll play in a way that's completely conditioned to. It's like, I'm gonna play like a fucking lobotomite for 30 minutes straight and just get points because my badge.
Or they won't even get points because it's like, and then they'll low score on the scoreboard because they're not playing like a team, and then they're like, oh, why isn't it working? And it's like, I don't know, maybe because you're playing by yourself, dumbass.
Maybe because you suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
You suck.
Or let's try to keep going with this because we're genuinely
we have
7 minutes through. 7 minutes through at 40 minutes isn't terrible, to be honest.
Oh my fuck! Unpause this shit.
It's gonna happen at the end of the match anyway, so this gives the people who want to play for one match a natural jumping off point, while letting people who want to extend or play on the next map stick around for as long as they want.
If you only want to play one match ever, you should,
or at the very least by making them as minimal as possible. Ideally,
I only play Upward. Fuck off,
dude. No. If you only want to play like one match of TF2 per night, I'm not sympathizing with you. Holy shit!
Yeah.
What?
No, that's the lowest.
That's what he's basically saying. Like, it gives people who just want to play one match. Like, what on earth are you talking about? Why would we want to appeal to that?
Why would we represent?
Yeah, we should appeal to we should appeal to the people. We should appeal to the people who want to play the game less.
Why would we want to appeal to tourists? This is literally like anything you love, appealing to tourists and being like shitified because of it.
Well, it's literally the lowest common denominator, man. Wouldn't you want to appeal to dedicated fans? Wouldn't you want to make the game worth playing instead of like, we'll just make it so that people that only want to play for like 10 minutes can play? It's like, no, you want to try and get those people that are playing for 10 minutes to play longer, not encourage them to keep playing for 10 minutes. Fucking Neanderthal.
If I can only play for 10 minutes, I'm just gonna go play for 10 minutes and then leave later, and maybe come back later. Like, it doesn't matter.
If I was gonna play for 10 minutes, personally, I would just use offline bots, because that's easy.
If I was gonna play one match of TF2, if I was gonna play if I was gonna play the first round of Dust Bowl on the first stage and only that, and then get off for the day, I just wouldn't play TF2. I'd just fucking go on. I don't know. I just go play on my Switch or something. What's even the purpose of booting up the game?
No, it's because you get to play TF2 even if it's short. TF2 is awesome.
I don't know. But like I said, his point is just ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It's stupid.
It gives people that only want to play one match a place. Fuck them. Play longer.
You know, there are legends. There are legends of people who used to act like this back in the glory days of TFC. And there are stories about how, like, the threats of death they would receive from people who cared about the game, or unlike anything else, because people knew it was typically a very common and like self-evident principle in as far as game design and game appreciation in general, that you don't appeal to those kind of scumbags, and when they try to insert themselves, you bully them out of your space. That's what you do.
Well, it's lowest common denominator.
And now they are the space.
Yeah, they are the space.
It's casual TF2's piss house analogy, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Alright. Click the play button.
Really, there should be no time at all between new matches on the same map, and maybe 30 seconds between the end of one match and the beginning of another. The main thing is that these systems working together, the shorter wait times and the elimination of wait times on map repeats, would encourage people to stay in the same server for much longer.
Oh, you don't say. You don't say.
You don't
Especially
say.
if Auto Scramble was reintroduced, since that gives people a fair chance at redemption.
Auto Scramble!
Even if the game they
okay, but how would Auto Scramble work if we don't have the map timer? He hasn't answered that. Is he going to? I wonder how.
Gee, I don't
Oh.
know.
I'd like to
I
talk
wonder
about
if he's gonna
parties
answer
briefly. On one hand, parties are a great way to get into games with your friends and have a good time with them.
Oh, he's
Wait,
not
hold on.
seriously
Oh,
advocating for the party
wait,
system,
hold on.
is he?
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. How can auto scramble work and coincide with a skill-based matchmaker?
Or a party system.
True.
Auto scramble completely fucks over a skill-based matchmaker because
Totally.
now you're just shuffling players. Now you're completely shuffling players around. It's basically impossible to get player skill off of that.
Totally.
Exactly. Also,
It's
wait.
incompatible.
No, we have to see what he's saying. What is he saying about the party system? What is he saying about
I
it?
don't
I need to
understand
know.
how this is defense for this shit.
But on the other hand, they can be catastrophic for match balance. Even if you ignore the fact that most people who party together are in direct communication with one another, and they're very likely to be at least competent at the game, which stacks the odds of victory heavily in their favor unless paired up against a similar party,
This is like, I don't know what.
the fact that a 6-stack can essentially ruin a match with votes by kicking whoever they want from their team is a huge part of what made...
Who 6 stacks just to grief an entire server?
Nobody.
Also,
They don't
just to
have
be
that many
honest,
friends.
When I played pre-Fortress, 12 of us would invite each other into the same server, and it would be like a 6v6, and we'd all be kicking each other off to different teams all the time, but also we just played the game with each other because with that large of a party, we're just having game night, man. I don't know how the party system was any different than that, other than just making it more inconvenient to find a match through casual. But like,
No, the party system could be okay if it was just an option you use along with ad hoc that you can get all your players in the same server at once. I don't see that as a problem.
How do you make it synchronous? How do you make it sync with ad hoc though?
You don't, dude. You guys are smoking. You realize that the 6-party stack was bots, right? 6-party stack of bots would join a server and start kicking people because they dominate the server, which is exactly
Yeah,
why
true.
Yes, I know.
don't give players.
That too.
This is why you don't. No. This is
I'm
why you
trying
don't
not to
have
remember.
This is why you don't give players the means to simultaneously boot up 6 people in a party at once. Needing to ad hoc off each other creates a barrier of entry where it's difficult to fill up a server instantly like that and take it over. You have to super coordinate that. And typically you only get away with it on an empty server.
Yeah,
But when you
pretty
can
much.
just drop 6 players in instantly, all at the same time, it is very easy to take over a server for whatever purpose. That's the issue with the party system. Even if you're not griefing or trolling, it's still like, oh yeah, I just got 6 players in, and now I'm just gonna curb stomp the enemy team. It's like that's shit.
I mean, I don't see that as a problem because if the party system didn't put you on the same team as like altogether,
Well, there would be no point to the party system from the meet your match philosophy if you weren't putting them all on the same team.
Yeah, there's no point if the party system splits up parties, which is something he's going to say. There's no point in having a party system. You should just give us ad hoc again.
I always like, even when I first joined this game, I never understood why people didn't just like use the friends tab in the community server browser, because that's the only way I ever played with friends. I just went to friends, saw what they were playing, and I just joined them. And like that was so much more intuitive to me than inviting them to a freaking party. I mean,
that's assuming if they're even playing on a vanilla community server, because there's like 4 of them.
Any community, like back when I first started playing, it was any community server because I was just new to the game. But like, I don't know what I never understood a party system when I first joined. Just to provide my own anecdote of it, because I know that's
no. We have to have the party system because every other game in the modern day has it. That's why.
It's just convenience, right? It's just convenience. You have to press less buttons. That's it. That's the only reason people do it.
There's less button presses to freaking join the friends tab, dude.
Yeah, but they have to actually navigate a menu and not just press.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot the brain rot is set in. Yeah.
All right, unpause the video. We're spending too much time on this shit.
Is so intolerable. And it can
he
still
does
be used by cheater stacks to this day, or even just run-of-the-mill assholes being malicious for no good reason. As far as I'm aware, parties are far more likely to queue against other parties, but that doesn't solve all the core issues if you ask me. The potential for griefing is just too immense. So this might be controversial, but I honestly think that parties over a certain size should be automatically split up between the two teams.
Or just don't have the...
or don't even
bother with
don't even have the party system. Just use ad hoc.
Just
like, what was the problem? Well, like, sure, I guess maybe you could be. I guess the one upside, I guess, is that all your friends get in the party, all your friends can get in the server at the same time. But like, even then,
The
That's
one
not much of a
benefit is
difference.
that you have an exclusive chat just between the 6 of you. That's it. That is the only intrinsic benefit, is a separate chat.
Who the fuck uses the party chat in TF2 anyway?
I don't fucking...
By the way, the party
People
chat
have Discord.
Or
By the
Steam.
way,
If you
That
have
too.
to, use Steam. Steam
dude,
is
the
better
party
audio
chat
quality.
in TF2. Dude, don't even use the party chat in TF2. It lags your game when you receive messages. It's shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh man, I love how all of the suggestions, all of our, like, basically all we ever say is, you know what would fix that? Hey buddy, crazy thought. Boy, do I have the solution for you.
It might seem crazy.
boy.
Pretty much.
Like 4 or more, just split them in half best you can over red and blue. Unless it's VSH, then who cares? It understandably sucks if you want to
Who
play with your
plays
friends
that,
and
bruh?
end up playing
Nobody.
against them. But really, most people who party up are already in a Discord call with each other anyway.
What? So why even bring it up? You literally said what we said. Why even bring it up? Dude. This guy
dying.
moots his own point so fast.
I'm dying.
I don't understand. It's worse than Lucid at this point. He just backpedals so fast. Hi. Oh, shoot. Wrong button. Hello.
Hello.
Penis.
And even if they're
There we
not, they can still communicate over party chat, so it's not like they lose out on the
Party
socialization
chat.
factor. I've never felt like I was having less fun just because me or one of my friends in a party got auto-balanced. Does
That's
this mean you
nice,
can't
but-
just get in a 6-stack and effortlessly stomp with your friends anymore? Yes, but I think the overall health of each match will benefit from this. And as a result, we'd hopefully see a lot less rolls and a lot less matches being abandoned.
I never
A big
understand the
issue with
complaints
casual
rolls
is that
because
because
rolls are
everyone
just
leaves at the end
part
of the
of
match
the
anyway
game's
due to all the wait
dynamics.
time bullshit,
Like, just
that
depends on
means if the game you're
circumstance.
in right now is an unwinnable role that's gonna suck shit to play, it's more practical
good.
to just leave
Get
in the
good.
middle of a round and queue again, as opposed to sticking around and fighting an inevitable
Shut up,
loss
Nick.
for no reason or gain. What does this mean? It means it frees up a lot of empty player slots in servers that are currently getting rolled. Meaning players who are queuing get put
how
into
you would
those empty
fix that?
slots.
You know how you would
now
fix
they're
that?
getting
It's
rolled,
called
so
having
they
auto
requeue,
team
and
scrambles
thus
with
the
map
server
timers and team
consumes its
switching,
own
so
tail.
people will actually
This is
have the
one of
reason
the
to have it
biggest
balanced
problems
later.
with
Like what? You fix that with the vanilla server settings, so the match will get so the server will get balanced later. Like what?
I'm gonna cry, dude. The situation is right in front of him, and he won't give it credit. He's
It's
still
right in
rolling
front
with
of
that
me,
one
isn't it?
jab. He's just rolling with that one jab from earlier. This guy, I hate this guy so much.
It's
Dude.
so funny though.
It is really funny. It's really funny.
casual.
Okay,
And simply
wait.
keeping
Continue
people
playing the video. I'm gonna go AFK. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. I need to get drunk on apple juice again.
Based.
playing on the same servers for longer by encouraging them to stick around.
Or wait, did you say pause the video? Oh well, he's gone. I'm just gonna keep it paused.
Fish stick on a stick be like, party stacks destroy games. And here's why it's a good thing.
Party stacks destroy games. Just get good. I never understand the complaints with party stacks and stomps or anything like that. I've always understood it to just be a skill issue.
Nah, what, dude? You're literally just objectively, when you're having to face 6 people that are coordinated in a call, and you're on your lonesome with a bunch of fucking strangers, it's just harder. It's just like not fair.
I know it's harder, but like I just try to use voice chat as a principle anyway. So
People don't do that.
I
People
know.
don't do that in casual.
I know. I subscribe to a mentality that belongs back in 2010.
You belong on a community server.
Yes, I do. I need to go back to Agartha.
Truth.
Might be the only time I even play this game anymore is if it's through there, because the rest of the game just gets me so fed up now.
No unlocks.
No unlocks.
All.
Only
Gloria.
downside for me personally is the random damage spread, but I can live with that, honestly, compared
You'll
to everything
live.
else.
You will learn to love it. You will learn to
I don't
love
understand what makes it the more like objectively better mechanic.
it. One day I'll make a whole dissertation for you. Don't worry.
That would be nice, to be honest, because this is the one mechanic in shooter games that I don't understand, and if I did, I could probably get it.
Today is dedicated to taking fish on a stick and putting him in the fire and eating him.
And making him a fish stick on a stick.
Literally.
Properly.
People turn him into a fish taco.
I don't think he deserves to taste that good.
Just because I said he'd be turned into it doesn't mean I'd make it good.
I'll burn it on purpose.
I don't know how to cook that. I'd burn the kitchen down.
Real. I'm the kind of guy that burns water.
How do you live?
Oh, I have a wife.
Yeah, she wasn't making food for you all your life, little bro.
My mother was. I'm just messing around. I was the cook for my patrol back in Scouts for like 3 years. I know how to cook. Although, to be fair, it's only survival cooking. I don't know how to use a proper kitchen, really. I mostly just know how to
How
survive.
to cook like random quail eggs or something, not like an omelet.
Quail eggs. I don't think you can eat those. They're too small.
Sure you can. You just get a bunch
Did I
of
just
them.
come back to y'all talking about quail eggs?
Yeah.
With no context. That's so funny. Oh, man. Sorry.
Okay,
That's...
continue the video, please.
Yes, for
Concept
sure.
video, so pause.
Its own
Wink.
tail. This is one of the biggest problems in casual, and simply keeping people playing on the same servers for longer by encouraging them to stick around will hopefully put a huge
You know how you
dent
do
in
that?
the amount of roles that players get matched
That's
into. Unfortunately, it won't eliminate their existence altogether because the existence of roles is determined by core factors within the design of TF2, which is to say the sheer amount of impact a single incredibly skilled player can have on a match, as well as the undisputed power of an actually organized team. On top of the balance of a particular map and how easy or
That's what
difficult
I've
it is to
always
blitz your way through, and don't even get me started on imbalanced weapons that can straight up just ruin a game because someone picked them.
Say the Wrangler.
If
Say
anyone
the
tries
Wrangler.
to tell you that
Say it.
steamrolls just didn't
Say the
exist
sniper
before
rifle.
casual was implemented, they are trying
He's
to
a
sell you
sniper. I'm not
something.
gonna say
Here's
that.
Star getting absolutely stonewalled on Upward First in his bingo video, unable to do anything to push past the enemy team. He's a hell of a
Yeah, it
lot better
happens.
at the game than I am, and I've been stuck in the same situation both
Cry
before
about
and
it,
after
bro.
the
I don't
Wait a
implementation
sec.
of casual.
Wait a sec. How is this a quick play problem or how is this a casual
He's
problem?
just saying that people attribute it only to casual, which isn't fair because it happened in quick play, which is true. Except casual mode, it super accentuates it, so that's why we say it. So fuck you, Fish. You're disingenuous. Eat poop.
But this is just a game balance problem. This isn't a problem with either of them. This is
Not a
just
problem.
game balance.
Period.
Yeah, well,
The
this is
thing
a
that
fish
happens.
video. You're thinking too hard.
What the fuck?
Alright, pause it.
You're just thinking too hard. Bro.
Here's Germa as stock medic, Pocketing Star as
here's
Demo Man.
Germa.
Arguably the
Look, I
best
brought up
possible
Germa versus
Star, Germa
combination
versus Star.
to
I've got
break
it-
through
I've got
any
evidence,
hold in the
guys.
game, unable to push
Oh, yeah,
past
stock
the
a
first
medic when
point
he
of
pulls out the
Dustball's
Uber, so
third
that's
and
real
bring
stock.
on the Thunder. Sometimes the enemy team is just gonna trash you, and sometimes there's gonna be that one guy with over 100,000 kills on a strange weapon who's just fucking intolerable to fight against. Sometimes you're choosing to play on a
I
map
don't
that's
know why he's
actively
bringing this
terribly
up.
designed.
Cry about it, bro.
Sometimes the enemy team will have a stack of heavy
just saying
snipers and
casual mode
engineers
having
that's impossible
steamrolls
to
isn't-
break through.
isn't
And
inclusive
sometimes
feature.
the medic will single-handedly ruin the entire match by simply equipping the vaccinator. And the best
Who's new?
thing you can do in this situation
That's not even
is
true.
to
The
make it so that
vaccinator is a
sticking
piece of
around through
shit.
one bad match is actually worthwhile because you can be assured through the game's systems that the next one won't be so bad. It's essentially asking people to put their faith in auto scramble rather than the dice roll that is getting into another match altogether. And I think that's a very worthwhile addition and a dice roll that a lot more
Really?
people are going to be willing to
Really?
tolerate. But I think that
Never
if
thought
people
of it that way.
do choose to roll the dice and try to get into a new match, or maybe they just need to in the first place, then weighing the dice a bit more in their favor is also warranted. Which is why I also think that casual should get a join games in progress check.
No.
Seriously, how
Why?
No.
It already does that
Why?
most of the time anyway.
That is
Why?
that is a surefire way to keep servers empty. Do not do that.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
shit.
It'll be the same use as an MVM, which is nobody checks it, because why the fuck would you join a match in progress? It just puts you at a disadvantage.
No, the reason they check it is because if they don't want to join an empty server, so they keep it checked. Here's the issue with that: if the game's trying to always put people in games in progress, it's not going to fill up empty servers.
And even let's hypothetically say this was a good idea. We don't even have enough players for this to go around for this feature to even work.
Pretty much. Don't,
Yeah, like this would just keep servers empty. It's just a horrible idea.
because when
Don't do
everyone
that.
joins a game in progress, no game is in progress.
No game isn't.
It's
Yeah,
Joker.
That's it, man.
Literally-
That's
it's
just
literally
it.
true.
Does this guy not? How?
I'm positive you keep it rolling.
Maybe he yelled at his
Snake's
mom on
great.
stream because
Snake's
he
fucking
like.
great. Nah, be nice.
No, I ain't. I love my
Snake's
mom
is like
too
falling
much.
out the back of his head from all the rock coming from this video.
Welcome to
Got
the
an
play
option
one
for
call
this already.
dealership.
People have been
Mine's already
asking for
kinda
this ever
dribbling out
since
my nose.
Casual came out, and we've never heard a peep out of Valve for this. It's been a thing
'Cause
in
it's a shit
MVM
idea.
since the very beginning of that game mode. Can the rest of us
It's
get in on
shit.
some of this? Especially when it's built on a very similar foundation to the MVM matchmaker? This was literally one of the
Who cares
first
about
things I
MVM?
thought when I first saw the casual UI. This is basically just the
Why is-
MVM UI,
that's
so
a
where the
fish
hell's the
game.
option for joining games in progress? If you want to avoid getting into a game that's already being
Dude, can you imagine if that feature was actually put in TF2 back at Meet Your Match's launch, and how much more it would have killed the game?
My gosh.
Just think
Holy
about how much
shit.
worse the game would be off if that actually happened.
Holy
Do you think that was actually
shit.
part of the plan at one point, and it was axed in development? Like, could you
I
imagine?
doubt it. They put it up so fast. I doubt this was a part of the plan.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree with him, yeah.
Oh,
being rolled or a game that's 30 seconds away from ending, then this is absolutely the best way to ensure you can get into a
Hell
good game,
no.
or at least it gives you the
Hell
best
no.
odds. Now, there are two notable downsides to this, one of which is obviously going to be longer queue times, and the other is that in the event that people do decide to leave a server, which is especially problematic when an entire party of people leaves, the pool
Just
of
get rid
players
of the
to
party
draw
system.
from is going to be a lot smaller, considering I think most people would opt out of joining games in progress. But hopefully these downsides would not only cancel each other out to a small degree,
How do
but the
downsides
big
cancel each
hope
other
is that
out?
with all the other additions,
They don't.
people would just be less likely to
Philosophically, that
leave a
doesn't even
game
make
in general.
sense.
Even if the match is a steamroll, people will ideally be willing to stick around for another shot at the next round if it means they get to play on a map they really enjoy. The customizable map selection
You know what's
aspect is
easier for the
easily
multi-billion
casual's biggest
Okay,
strength.
pause.
Even
You know
ignoring
what's
the
easier for the multi-billion-dollar company to do? That's right. Add back the old server settings. Next.
I like this.
Easier.
This is a good screenshot here of everything wrong with TF2.
This is Oh man.
Can we screen cap this real quick?
Yeah.
This is like literally.
Here.
This is literally wrong with TF2 in one image.
Take snapshot.
Retarded map.
That username is fucking crazy, by the way.
All of them are crazy.
Your map stuff. This is terrible.
Yeah, but that one is that one's noteworthy at least.
I think the
Shadow,
medic.
no wait, Sephiroth cat killed Shadow the Hedgehog. No fucking way.
I think the name of that Medigun is worse.
There we go. It's another one. Yeah.
Bark for
Yeah, that was a
Burchard.
way. Yeah,
You're
fuck. I
joking.
hate. Dude, I wouldn't even have seen that if you didn't mention. Fuck you.
It's if you screen capped it, we can go far. I just want to point out that you literally.
I got a snapshot
I'm
of it.
saving. I'm saving it right now.
I got a snapshot of it. Yeah, that's man.
A recent issue of map bloat and the addition of what can generously be called rather questionable map choices, being able to not only ensure you get into your favorite maps, but also avoid the game's more egregious
Music
maps
confuses
is
me.
something that the game pretty
That's what I'm
sorely
saying.
needs
Why
compared
is
to
he
how it
thinking music
used to
choices? They're
work.
bad.
Speaking of map bloat, this is a very tricky thing to tackle because
No,
the
it's not.
easiest solution
No, this is-
involves a mass culling of maps
Yes.
to ensure that people are playing on a smaller pool that
No.
are therefore more likely to be bunched together and better curated.
Oh, he's gonna say map
Even though I'm
rotations.
far
Wait, he's
from
gonna say
a
map rotations. He's
hashtag
gonna say map
demolition
rotations. Watch.
defender, I'd personally advocate against the outright removal of content. Hell, I
Oh,
still think Valve
bitch.
should have at least bothered to finish Asteroid and Cactus Canyon if they let us play on them in the first place. Even if they probably wouldn't be super popular maps today. I think removing
Coke.
maps is an especially bad
Cactus
idea from a
Canyon would
purely
be peak.
practical
Fuck
perspective
you.
on
Cactus
Valve's
Canyon
end,
is peak.
considering the fact that the
would
vast
be even
majority
more
of
peak.
maps in the game are community created. Meaning if you removed a map, you're essentially removing a portion of the creator's income from stamp purchases.
Kid named
Oh, who
Watch
gives
Also
a shit?
preventing-
Who cares? For the betterment of the
created-
game, who cares?
Dude, kid named Watchtower.
Ki-
Holy shit. Valve wouldn't remove them from the files. Valve's not going to remove the map from the files if they remove them from casual.
Bro.
Dude,
What?
Watchtower
They're
hasn't been
making use of
playable
the World
in a
Traveler
Valve
has
server
effects
since
on maps they
fucking
may have
ever.
bought
It's
stamps
never been
for,
playable. That's a community
effectively
map.
robbing them of their
Yeah.
money. Not to mention,
Like,
there's no guarantee that
dude.
any maps that get removed will be the universally disliked ones, if such a thing even exists.
I
So
mean,
that's
what,
a bad
though?
situation
So-
for everyone. We've seen
mean, I
how
guess he's
weird
fair, but
Valve
that
is
doesn't
with
matter.
not
What?
only the selection of maps that they
Change
add
the clause.
They're not going to remove maps from the files. They'll just fucking remove it from their own servers, like they did with Arena.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It works, isn't it? It's almost like Valve isn't.
Crazy.
Valve doesn't go back on anything because they have too much money and an ego boost. So
Proof. They only get mad when they only go back when people make fun of them because that makes their ego worse. They become sad.
yeah, somehow that offsets their laziness.
Well, no, there's
Yeah.
motherfuckers map stamps and shit, bro. Fucking Watchtower has not ever been playable on a Valve server. It's only ever been allowed to be played on community servers. Yet that map is not. Yeah. Where's my justice for Watchtower or Buyer? Where's my justice for those?
Yeah, truth, Nuke. You're right.
Buyer.
Justice for fucking Buyer.
Buyer.
No, Watchtower's
Watchtower.
better because that's great breakable glass, bro.
Peak.
Die.
Breakable glass is peak. I wish TF2
Yeah,
had
it's-
breakable glass.
Yeah, it's breakable. Yeah, breakable glass is peak, man. What do you mean?
But yeah, his point is just retarded and makes no sense.
Yeah, true.
Bro just clearly has never read the wiki ever and looked at the history of maps. He just,
Next shitty rant we need to come on. Pause the video.
You know what they say, fake and gay.
in the first place.
Fair enough,
But
fair
even
enough.
with something like which Christmas maps get added to the year-round pool, some of the omissions and additions there were just flat out bizarre. The only maps you
How
could
is Harp a
justifiably
bizarre
remove
one?
in
Wait,
this
what?
context
I like
are the Valve created maps. And
Wait,
a good
let me
portion
see-
of these are some of the
Go
most
back for a
popular
sec.
maps.
Go back for a sec.
it was
I wanna see
holiday.
what
the first year was out.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he saying that like
He's saying Valve's decision making when it comes to what is and is not a main game map after Smithsmith is shit. I agree.
I mean, yeah, but how is Harp a bad one though?
It was restricted for a year. They added it into casual the next year after.
That is pretty weird.
Oh. Yeah, that is kind of weird.
That is very weird.
All right.
Additions
Sorry,
there
I
were
just
just
want
flat
to
out
see what that
bizarre.
said.
Yeah.
The only maps you could justifiably remove in this context are the Valve created maps, and a good portion of these are some of the most popular maps in the game. Okay, not you.
No.
Even if you
Hey!
think a map
Don't
pool
you
is
dare remove
beneficial,
Hydro.
in terms of
No,
No.
you're too mean.
Holy.
You're being too mean. What the fuck?
That's
That was
ins-
uncalled for, man.
That was insane.
Dude, Five Gorge exists. Fuck you.
Hellfire exists.
That too. In Cough Nucleus.
And Cothidus.
True.
Yeah.
mentality on Valve's end, and
Those
trust for
three
Valve
maps
not to
alone
fuck
are
it
worse
up
than
on our
Hydro.
end, I still think this is a bad
A lot of
idea.
maps are worse than
Some
Hydro.
people have
Hydro's not
also
bad.
suggested a map
Okay.
rotation.
Shall we reconsult our tier list?
No.
Wow.
We do not need to go on a fucking detour.
Nice he's playing with C Ravioli, though. The click grows. The click truly grows.
And while I think this is a much more elegant solution than outright map removal, I'm not sure if it's the best fit since there's a solid chance that a map
You're
you
gonna hear
really
this fucking
like
wild
may
take.
just
gonna be
be
map
out of
rotation, watch.
rotation for however long that
No,
rotation
it's better
period
than-
do it.
lasts. I imagine though.
What?
it's better.
What? What happened?
It's good. No, he's not just gonna say map rotation, Alex. You'll see. I'm pausing shit right now.
I'm scared.
Super popular maps would be exempt from this, but hey, I still like Fastlane, and I'd better still be able to queue for Mountain Lab. Besides, where exactly is the line drawn between what is a
Why does he say
popular
it
map
like
that's
that?
safe versus
almost
a
says it
popular map that
sarcastically.
isn't safe from being arbitrarily put on rotation? Without a solid answer to that, I think you have a lot more people who are suddenly a bit more wary of this prospect, especially considering how many people will almost exclusively play on a single map. I think a solution
How
that
many
works out
people
best for
actually play on just
everyone is
one map?
instead rotational
Very small
contracts.
amount of people.
Map specifically,
Hang on.
people will
What
almost
was that?
Go back.
exclusively
Wait, yeah,
play
what
on
does
a
the text
single
say?
map. I think
Add map-specific contracts on a consistent rotation to artificially funnel players into a smaller, more manageable map pool. How about you just shrink the map pool, numbskull?
No. What he's saying is give contracts to maps that are shit that nobody's ever gonna play to incentivize people to play them.
What the? Why?
Why?
That's the worst part of Stream Fortress.
Why do
It's just
contracts
the fucking-
even exist? Contracts are retarded in TF2. Why would anyone ever do them?
But incentive. You gain thing. It's
Thing.
purely external incentive. The incentive isn't to play the game. The incentive is to get item, get money.
Personally, I like doing contracts occasionally, but yeah,
I think they're not.
this is a stupid thing.
This is him
'Cause-
being a
'cause-
complete microtransaction whore.
I know,
Totally.
guys. We should add contracts. Please, Daddy Valve, give me more strangers to unbox.
It's fucking like actual consumer. Holy shit,
And
consumer. With
you
two
know what's
O's.
funny? This is basically just him, like you said. This is just him basically saying, "Oh yeah, let's make people play dog shit maps because the contractor exists."
Yes,
Like what?
that's literally his point here. He's like, oh, we don't need to give it to maps like Upward. We need to give it to maps like fucking.
What?
Hellfire.
Give it to maps. Hacksaw. let's give Hacksaw. Let's give Hacksaw a contract. You want to play Hacksaw? Don't you?
No.
Want to play Penguin? You want to play Penguin Peak? Snow Tower?
You see, when there's a contract I don't want to do, I just don't do it.
Watch.
too
He
bad.
actually
Whole point is-
just wants contracts for all the holiday maps when they come out, and then
It's
like,
not.
nothing else.
It's not just that. It was basically what I said.
I
I've seen
know,
this part of the video.
but it would be funny if he somehow also meant
The
that.
fucking complete Neanderthal. Unpause it. He goes on some like complete hopium pill
The
here.
solution that works
Oh,
out best
no.
for everyone is instead rotational contracts. Map-specific contracts are already in the game in the Jungle Inferno pool, and when Jungle Inferno first
Yeah, and they're
dropped,
bad.
they did a great job at funneling players into less populated maps like DeGroot Keep
That
and
people didn't like
advertising the
doing.
new Mercenary Park. The issue with
That
this
people didn't
is
like
now
it.
that Jungle Inferno is older than Monkey's ideal girlfriend, the pool of players activating their Jungle Inferno contracts is
Why would you make
incredibly
that-
small.
Okay,
meaning
second
there's
pot
less
shot
people
made it
queuing for
someone
these maps.
unrelated. Me when I call someone else a pedophile because I'm a piece of shit moment. What the fuck?
Well, I mean,
What?
is he referring to that YouTuber that got outed for the
Wasn't a
Texas or whatever?
pedophile.
He wasn't.
He wasn't a monkey. He wasn't a pedophile. Anyway, it's a different conversation. Point is that this guy's making an offhand comment calling someone a pedophile in his video about fucking casual mode. What what in the
I
what in
think
the
I know what you're talking about.
is this? What in the bad taste is this? Doesn't even matter if it's true or not. Like what? It's like, dude, what the fuck does this have to do with your video?
Okay.
This is just like
very-
this is just poor taste. It is just such poor taste.
You know, the funniest part is that I kind of zoned out for half a minute because I've been chugging fucking apple juice this entire
I'm just
time.
like instantly honed in on it. Like, hey, he made a pedophile comment. Like, what the fuck?
I don't get it. Like, why he's got
What's that?
This guy's just full of so much. This
This
guy's just actually full of so much vitriol. It's not even funny.
They're all like this, but they're all passive
It's
aggressive
just-
because that's what
it's
YouTube
funny.
allows for.
It's like Jungle Inferno's as old as this guy's girlfriend because he's a pedophile, guys. It's like, dude, I'm not here for you to fucking do stand-up comedy because you suck.
It's, I guess he's just trying to bolster the runtime of his lame script. I don't know.
This video is
The only-
really boring to watch, at least gameplay wise, but it's really funny to listen to.
Yeah,
Fucking
I've been
blue-
playing Angry Birds on my phone because that's more entertaining for me than this, just from visuals. However, I have to actually watch because when suggestions come up, we got to be like, "Hey, you know what would fix this? Quick play, ooh, Boogeyman,
Or some
Boogeyman."
other random ass solution that's stupid. Like this one.
Yeah,
Let's make contracts way worse than they already are.
No one really wants to play them. Okay, at least that's the case for DeGroot Keep. Mercenary Park is still decently popular.
DeGroot
However,
Keep is
putting a
stupid.
select pool of maps
Well,
into a
Mercenary
rotating
Park's popular 'cause
contract
it's a-
system,
because it's
maybe
a
rotating
good
every
map.
1 to 3 months, would artificially funnel players into these maps so they can get their contract.
what does he mean by artificially funnel players? I still don't
I
understand
think he.
how
I
he
think
means
no. I think he means. I think what he means is that like he's saying that like since there's contracts for the map, people would want to finish the contracts for the map, so they don't play the map artificially just because they want to finish them.
that.
I think that's what he's saying,
Why would you want artificial
which
growth?
which,
in your
which is
game?
stupid.
Why would you
which
want
is
artificial
stupid.
growth in your game? You know how poorly that reflects on you as a business and as a product. Like, are you? Does this guy not know how
That's
fucking the
stupid.
business side of this works?
That's stupid.
This
Well,
guy's a
people-
monkey.
it's-
What is this?
You know what's even funnier? The map contract ones are fucking terrible all the time, no matter what map it is, because you have to play on a certain map. So like, what the fuck? They're all bad anyway.
Yeah,
Just remove
most
map-based
people don't like
contracts.
getting
Like
pigeonholed
honestly,
into another map. Fish.
like a weapon, sure, fine, I'm okay with that. But a map, that's way more impactful than one weapon. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
loot. And you can even use these contract rewards to implement items that people have been asking for ever since Jungle Inferno.
Implement
like
items?
Stranger
Like
Fires
what?
for weapons that are currently missing them, or hell,
Okay,
even
sure.
new Mark II war
People
paints.
have been asking
New
for more
Mark II
contracts.
war paints. That's the important shit here, guys. New
Yeah,
Mark
he's
II
a,
war
he's also going to
paints.
say kill streak kits. He's also going to say new kill streak kits and strangers. Ignore this guy.
He already said
I
that,
want to point out here, right? People aren't asking for new contracts because contracts are fun. They're asking for new contracts because they want fucking rewards. Nobody would do a contract that doesn't give you a reward. Nobody would do it.
It just fuels the economy. Just pennies on the dollar, man.
Like nobody would have done any of those Pyroland contracts for Jungle Inferno to get the weapons if they didn't give you the weapons.
Yeah.
Like if it was just test. Oh, I'm gonna test.
Yeah,
If it was
fair.
just you can test run this item, no one would do it. Nobody would do
I
it.
still like the weapon contracts. I actually enjoy doing them.
Yeah, but only because you get the weapon. That's it.
No, they're fun. Well, I mean, yeah, but I like doing them when I
Yeah.
use the
Okay,
weapon.
case closed. Case closed. You wouldn't do them if you didn't get. If you didn't literally
That's
gain
the point of
something
contracts, though. So like,
What's the point? The point is that you're not incentivized to play TF2. You're incentivized to fucking play a contract.
no, you're incentivized to play TF2 because you're playing TF2 by doing the contract.
You're not, but you're not
It's an
just
optional side
you're not
objective.
doing that. You're playing the game in a specific way that you wouldn't have
I
done
think what
with
he
the game
means is
dangling
that
it in front of you.
the artificial means of providing a quote unquote challenge, as if it's an artificial
It's not
challenge of sorts.
It's not natural at all.
It's not.
It
It's
feels
more
literally
like a
it's literally
YouTuber challenge, like
holding-
get 50 kills with the Dragon's Fury or whatever. It's like, oh, that's it. Like,
It's just the whole, and like I said, nobody would do these contracts if they weren't given a reward afterward. You know what they would do though without an external reward? Play the fucking game.
you know what?
Normally,
You know what I figured out though? With random item drops, I never needed to do the contracts because I can just wait until I get the item. And
I mean, random item drops are stupid. You should just get the items for free, or you have to unlock them like with the original unlocks. That's stupid. Free item drops are dumb.
I am very much I very much prefer hiding things through achievements because it actually gets people to play.
that's what they should have. I mean, that's how they just should have handled it. No random item drops, no contracts, just everything. Slap them in the
Absolutely.
achievement mine.
People are all like, "Oh, but achievements make you do stuff." Yeah, well, it makes you play
Yeah,
the
so the
game.
contracts. What?
Makes you play the game and learn how to
if you're
nuances.
unironically,
You
if you're
dumbass.
new at a game and your first instinct is to achievement hunt, you're a retard. Yeah, I'm just saying that. Like,
How do you mean?
if you're loading
I
into
don't
TF2,
see
like,
how
your first
contracts are
instinct
that much different from achievements, but I don't know. That's what's me.
And achievements are background, and most people aren't looking at them. They just happen while you play. Like
Achievement.
most people aren't going out of their way to get them because they're not in game really. They don't require you to do anything in game that pops up on your screen or nothing.
I achieve.
Most
I
achievements when
mean, some achievements are fucking stupid in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
achieve
You
when
have to
I
look
after
at them.
You get all the
significantly
milestone
enough time.
achievements within reason. Like, other than like some arena mode achievements for Scout, you can get basically all the achievements Like, you can get enough achievements for milestones fairly consistently as a new player. You just have to play.
Milestones are how
You
you
just
get
have to
the
play.
weapons.
Yeah,
You just get the weapons. So
Fair, but you
But yeah,
can technically.
you got all
I
the
think
original weapons. That's how you got all the original unlocks. It's
Okay,
from
we
the
should
milestones.
unpause the video. We're going on a side quest. We're going different topic
Well,
video.
guess what, bro? This side quest is gonna pay out in dividends. You'll see. Okay,
I-
pause.
you read the script before us, so I guess you'd know, wouldn't you?
I'd punch a nun in the face
He has
for a
nothing to
good
do with
What
it,
the
yeah.
Right there.
fuck? The first sentence I hear, I would punch a nun in the face for a new Mark II war paint.
I
Holy,
mean, I would too. Wait, actually, no. I'm kidding.
holy cat! Hey, my sister.
I would do
Holy.
things. I would do other things to that priest, but not war paint. Just
None. He
never
said
have-
none. He said none, not
Bro's just
priest.
needing to consume. He's like, I must consume and spend money on a virtual item that
It's
has
just
no
such a-
inherent value.
I don't even mind
I
that.
must-
It's just that there's like it's such a tasteless joke. Like it's so unfunny.
No,
Like,
no,
I'll
I
punch-
do mind
I'll
it because
punch
no,
a
I
nun
mind it. I do
for a
mind it
war
because
paint.
Bro is pushing.
Like out of all things, why a nun?
Why?
I don't know, because he's probably like cringe atheist or something. I don't give a fuck.
I would rather punch a kid on crystal myth cupcakes than watch this video.
I'd rather take candy from a baby, which
Whoa.
is fine by me. Anyway, no. The thing with this, right, is that I'm pointing this out. Is that it's stupid because Bros actually was like, I must consume. This is how we fix the map float issue by giving me more money to waste and consume product. Like,
Now
bro.
subscribe to my Patreon.
so I can unbox more paint cases.
So that I can make
That
the
should've
soy,
never-
the soy face.
That should
when
have
I
never been
unbox.
added in the game anyway, because it's just Counter-Strike skins, but way less cooler, even.
Way.
You mean like regular skins in TF2? Yeah, I agree. Anyway, unpause.
Both
How about all
weapons-
those cool
both decorated
decorated
war
weapons that
paint and
people have made on
weapons
the
suck.
workshop?
And
Those
suck
might
shit.
not fit in
High
any
five,
war paint
little bro.
cases,
Weapon
but they
skins
would have a
suck.
good place
Weapon
here.
skins
Everything
How
that
about
he's
chemistry
showing
sets?
looks terrible.
Anything you can think of
Yeah.
that doesn't
Ass.
really have a place in the current case system could absolutely
these all
fit
by-
in as
okay, no.
contract rewards.
These are just
If
shameless
Valve
attempts
wanted
to
to
copy
monetize
Counter-Strike.
this,
What the
there
fuck?
could be free and premium contracts for better, more exclusive rewards. But how exactly this could be monetized would be up in the air. As long as the contracts aren't too
Who cares
tedious
about
and
how it's
specific like some
monetized?
of the Jungle Inferno contracts
He does because he
could
needs to
be, and if the
consume.
price for the
Yeah.
contract pass is reasonable, then I think it would
Also
be a
says that he can be
beneficial addition
incentivized to make
all
another war
around
paint.
that helps improve the distribution of casual players
yeah,
across
true.
the game's maps, even if it's not directly affecting the way casual functions as a system. The important thing is to get a good portion of people playing a certain
Yo,
pool of
maybe-
maps
It just
all at
occurred
the
to
same
me
hear me
time,
out.
so they're not spread too.
Huh?
Hear me out, right? Maybe instead of doing contracts to get people to play less desirable maps, maybe I don't fucking want to play Hacksaw.
Oof.
Maybe the map is just shit. Have you considered that, Fish? Have you considered that? Maybe some maps are just shit,
They
and
should
people
be
don't want to
culled.
play them.
Nah, you're just
Okay.
hateful.
When Counter-Strike gets new community maps, they cull them after 6 months. Why don't we do that here? What the fuck? We don't
Why
need
do-
more maps. We don't
The
need more
actual
permanent
thing-
Because
maps.
Valve hates us
Actual
all.
thing. Here's the actual thing to note. Map bloat isn't a problem in a scenario in an environment where you can't select individual maps to queue for. It's not a fucking. You could have
It
300
will
maps.
become a problem eventually.
It would not. It would only become a problem in servers, not externally. And if we had quick play right now, and we had all the maps we have right now, it would be a non-issue outside of the nomination system and servers being really bloated. That's
I mean,
Well, and at that point, people
On
would
the
just
issue.
nominate the good maps anyway, because eventually
Yes,
consensus
they would just-
would be reached.
I mean,
as
even
to what
then,
maps are
there's other
best.
problems. Like the file size of this game would be even more bloated than it
Yeah, but
already
I'm
is.
referring to playing the game. I'm referring to just playing the game, not these external.
fair.
What do
like,
you mean?
map
If,
load is
if the
not an
map,
issue
if
from
the
a
map
game
pool just
perspective.
stayed the same, the game file size wouldn't go up at all.
No. I'm saying if we had all the maps we have right now, but we had quick play, it would not be an issue to find servers or like
I was
be in a
talking.
game.
I was talking about what Alex said about the game's file size going up.
No, he says the game's file size would still increase as they add maps, even
Oh,
with quick play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like map flow is still an issue, but it isn't an issue in terms of like getting into servers in quick play because
Yeah.
if you can't use individual maps, then like I don't know. It's like the thing that fucking After Breakfast Swim Jim made in his video where he's like, what if I just want to really queue for only high pass? It's like, okay, well, tough shit, because guess what? There probably isn't there might not be a server around high pass.
I
Yet
mean,
the
guess
game's
what? You
looking for one.
could literally just search the server browser anyway. So like,
Well, no, the thing is, right? The ability to pick individual maps just appeals to people. It's literally just there as a QOL for those who want to play like 2 maps and nothing else. Because for everyone else, it just increases queue times. Because instead of just
Yeah.
putting you in a server that's on attack, defend, or payload, it's like, okay, so I'm
no, I
going
don't want to play just
specifically.
2 maps. I just want to play 10 maps. That's it.
Yeah, when you get something, it's like it's just like increases queue times because the game has to look for specific maps instead of just game mode. Game mode is
Okay,
broad.
unpause the video.
And then if you wanted to get on a specific map, you could either join a server and nominate it, or go on the server browser, see if anyone's running it.
Holy
Even if
yeah.
they're not running it, you do the first thing.
Pick it up. Come on.
Yeah.
It's
thing,
10 o'clock
while
already.
still giving people the option to play on maps that aren't currently in the contract
That's 11
rotation
to
if
me.
they so choose, and
Oh,
letting them
no.
avoid maps they don't want to play on if they decide the contract isn't worth slogging through Junction. However, I should note that it's not
What's wrong with
necessarily going
Junction,
to
you-
revitalize unpopular maps.
Dude, Junction is
Okay,
shit.
I
man.
realized they
What are you
were
talking-
actually
No,
great
Junction is
all
shit with
along.
unlocks.
The sad
Fuck you.
reality is that a lot of
With
unpopular
okay,
maps
mid.
aren't
I
deserted
never
because
account for
TF2
them.
players
Well,
are
that's too bad. That's how
incapable
the
of
game is
scrolling
played.
down.
Hidden
They're
Valve.
unpopular
Unlocks
because
are
they're
like the game. They're in the
unpopular.
game right now.
I want to see
That's
more
how you rate
serious
maps.
attempts at payload arrays that aren't shitposts as much as the next guy, but the sheer amount of times I've seen
no,
people
it's
gassing
not.
up
How you rate it.
Pipeline of all maps is insane. Hightower is right next to Pipeline. And
Bro,
you can
taking
queue for that
digs is the
just fine.
Pipeline guy for
It's just
no
that
reason.
no one wants to play on these
How
maps.
dare you?
So if you want to justify their place in the queue,
he literally took
you
a-
kind of
You
have
could
to
just go to
make
Hightower,
people
bro.
want
How
to
many
play them.
fucking- how
If
many
it works
people
with a
have this
melee
guy,
only map
bro?
and a
He
first-person
just
shooter,
snipes
then
at
I think
everyone.
it can work on any map. Also, speaking of game modes, King of the Hill would greatly benefit from being
Extend Koth games to first.
Oh boy! Why not just have the 45-minute map timer?
Yeah, okay, he's gonna say increase the round timer to 5 minutes instead of 3 for King of the Hill, and to that I say
Why?
fuck you.
Why?
Did I say fuck you? Not increase that.
Just increase the map timer. You dumb
No,
fuck.
dude. The point, you should have to wear down the timer for 5 minutes instead of 3 on like fucking on like High Pass or Viaduct. Isn't that great? You know what the worst part of King of the Hill is? When it's one-sided, but there's some solace. It's only 3 minutes. I know. Let's make it 5. Fuck off.
I hate this.
Also, 3 minutes is also just a good enough time for a round if in a back and forth where both teams are taking time off each other. Because that can get you like 7 minutes,
Pretty much.
maybe 8, maybe 9 if you're really lucky, right?
Oh no!
And
It's
considering
3
only
minutes.
45 minutes
Perfect.
anyway, you're fine with short scrimmages because you've got all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
3 minutes, right? 3 minutes is the perfect balance between being short enough so if you're getting fucking demolished, it's not the worst thing ever.
Oh, I meant.
It
I
still
didn't.
is pretty painful, and it's just long enough that it's satisfying to win.
I just meant short
Motherfuckers
rounds
like-
as in like short games.
It's 5 minutes. Dude, you need to increase it to 5 minutes instead of 3.
It's like the worst part of bro. Literally looked at the worst part of Ghost Fort and said, "Cook, fuck off." Ghost Fort having a 7-minute timer for
Unpause
both
the
teams
video.
and Marasmus spawning. Holy!
It's just what Alex said, man. It's like, you know what would actually fix this, boy?
The map timer.
Go back to the previous system because we are big brain.
Yeah.
Extended to first to 3 victories as opposed to first to 2. The
He'll
UI for
literally
this
do
already
anything other
exists
than
in the
quick
game,
play.
as can
Holy
be seen in
shit,
community
this
servers that do the
ego.
same thing.
Anything other
And
than
even
the
add
worst
back all the
instances,
starter server
The
settings,
current
the
system
bare
means that an
minimum.
entire Koth match lasts for about 6 minutes when one side totally dominates, which, while longer than the matches of 5CP and CTF where the Adderall-addicted scouts actively enjoy the process of spending more time in the queue than in the game itself, is still pretty
Dude,
pathetic.
shut your disingenuous, misrepresentative mouth.
fish stick on a stick when people play the game to win.
Oh my
No!
gosh.
No!
I can't
No
even.
way!
I
I'm playing
can't
the game the
even.
developers intended me to. No way! I should be punished. I'm
Ah,
a bad boy. I should be punished dirtily. Okay, unpause the video.
that's how he sounds.
Consider how long your average payload match lasts in comparison. It's night and day. I've spent well
It's
over
not.
an
It's
hour
inconsistent.
Dude,
on a
no
single
wait,
Thunder
pause.
Mountain
The reason
match.
why payload lasts longer is because it has a cart and it's artificially drawn out, even if it's not intended to.
Yeah.
The
It's
cart
not-
drags out payload. This it
Gold Rush
doesn't
versus
exist.
Dust.
You want to
Gold Rush
play?
versus Dust.
You want to play long games again,
Exactly.
bud? Bring back VIP with a 25-minute round timer.
Ain't no fucking
That's the
way.
way.
Fuck up and unpause
Shut the
the video.
fuck
No,
up.
no. I'm
Fuck up.
saying it sarcastically, but it's like that's the punishment. That's the
Oh,
punishment
yeah,
I want to
sarcasm isn't
inflict on
saving you.
this guy.
buddy. And
Sorry.
over.
That's the punishment I want to inflict on this guy, dude. It's just
Okay, unpause.
play. I banish you to VIP.
Sad, smelly little man. Neat username, unpause.
Multiple
Also
times.
professional chef.
Another option is to extend the timer
Yeah.
itself from 3 minutes to maybe 5 minutes. I find it kind of weird that the only Koth maps in the game that do this are Halloween-only maps, or at least reskins of them.
Yeah,
I wonder
One of those
why.
is Ghost Fort, which does not
Maybe
have a
because it
7-minute
sucks.
round timer as advertised because of this jackass. Anyway, let's talk stalemates. I'm honestly not sure why Casual opted
what's
for a
funny?
stalemate
Actually, I
system
think
as
Ghost Fort
opposed to
would look
sudden
way better
death.
if it was
Not
just
only
like,
is sudden death tense and engaging,
Lakeside would look
but
way
the
better
current
if it looked
stalemate
like Ghost
system
Fort and didn't
results
have
in
the
some
Halloween
maps,
shit
like
in
a
it.
lot of 5CP maps, and especially fucking Powerhouse, being turned
Shut
into
the fuck
absolute
up.
stalemate meat grinders.
I knew it.
No,
Even more than they already would be
Powerhouse
with
is
the theoretically
stalemates because
infinite timer
there's
that
a
these
timer
payloads
when the
offer.
map didn't
While
have
I think
one.
stalemates work
why.
fine for competitive
Fishing on a
mode,
stick,
assuming
ignoring
Valve's
con-
implementation
context
of
of Valve,
competitive mode is
lobotomizing
actually well
Powerhouse
designed and
by
implemented
fucking
well,
round
which
timer.
it
Yeah, like
isn't.
what?
I propose the return of sudden
Well,
death
you know,
in the
fuck,
event of...
well, I mean, dude,
Shut the fuck up. No, shut
that's
the
what-
fuck up.
Zesty Jesus likes Powerhouse a lot. So Powerhouse is actually the spawn of Satan. Hitler cooked it up himself in the lab. Actually,
Apparently,
I hate to tell you,
Fuck you. This map is goated. Eat my ass.
I will say
not in casual because they ruined it.
Well, yeah, duh.
That's most
ruins
maps,
every
to be
map.
honest.
Yeah,
Even
duh.
if for some reason Valve added a timer. For some reason. Why?
like 2 years ago, it didn't have one for like almost a decade.
The
but
only
no.
reasoning why I think they would do is because, it makes every control point map consistent. But, like, what the fuck?
Uh, replace stalemates with sudden deaths, like how it used to be
That's
back in the old days.
That doesn't fix anything. Sudden death is really fucking jarring, and that's probably the reason it was cut, is because going from, oh boy, I'm about to push into last, to, oh, I'm back in my spawn, and now I can't respawn. Really jarring.
Really?
Also, it encourages really cringe, stalemate fucking camping from the team that's defending. It's really shit.
I don't
Here's
mind.
the actual solution: infinite round timer for control points, just like Powerhouse.
Yeah.
I don't
That
know.
literally
what the problem,
fixes the issue.
I don't know why that's an issue with sudden death. I thought sudden death was a good idea.
I like sudden death, but if sudden death as a mechanic is like it just arbitrary, the game's just arbitrarily saying, actually, fuck you, reset the game state for no reason.
Yeah, I don't like
This
that.
isn't a like this
Yeah.
is an asymmetrical game mode.
Do you
like
think it
attack
should?
defender.
Do you think it should still kick on sudden death, but like mid progress?
No.
like-
It shouldn't- the only time you should get sudden death, I think, is if both teams have even score at the end of the map timer. Then it puts you into sudden death. 'Cause that'd be lit.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like.
So like if
like in Smash.
You're cooking.
So
You're
if,
cooking
like-
for once here.
so let's like if there's like equal team victories, like 4-4 on a
Yeah.
5 CP map,
Yeah.
and there's like
No,
no
5 CP or 6 or
and
something.
then okay, so
They
then
do that.
sudden death should kick on, and then the points are obviously reset. The point capturing. is
Yeah,
reset.
that's rad. I actually really love that. That's a
or like-
cool ass
Oh, that
idea.
could work with capture the
Or
flag
just
too,
go-
because you can just have like a tied victories for capture the flag, and like the flags can be
Yeah.
the same capture
If
rate.
the 45-minute map timer goes down and the round ends with both teams being sudden death should basically be a rarity. But when it happens, it's like lit as fuck, where it's like both teams are tied at the end of the map timer and the round just ended. Let's say we're on Granary. Both teams are 3-3. Sudden death.
Yeah,
Looking awesome.
I can see that working pretty well. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that's how it worked back on the old like pre-Fortress server I used to play on. I think he modified it
The
specifically.
issue, like I said, with sudden death in TF2 is that often when it kicks in, it's just like the game. If the game had, it's just ripping you from whatever you were doing and throwing you back in spawn without actually making the game state change. Unlike if I'm playing Gold Rush and we just don't cap the first point, guess what? We just lose because we
Sorry,
suck.
I'll pause the video, please. When you...
Like
The stalemate.
5 CP.
To be fair, we are 20 minutes in. Not terrible considering we've been going for an hour and a half.
Considering our track record.
Yeah, the track record is better, but we could be faster. Come on.
Fair.
Well,
This is a bit of a
as
long
it just
one.
makes everyone's lives a little bit easier and doesn't waste everyone's time. Except for those who actively enjoy the meat grinder, in which case
You
there's
sound
plenty
like
of
my
community servers out there that
pretentious
offer a
millennial
real
Oh,
meat
shut the
grinder
fuck up. I love the meat
experience. But maybe that's
grinder.
just a
You
preference
enjoy the
thing.
meat grinder,
If
you must be a dumb bitch and enjoy Dust Bowl.
Yeah, that makes you a fascist and a racist. I don't know.
Dust Bowl makes me cum. Fuck you. Move on.
I don't know about that one. So it definitely makes me feel good.
That was so retarded. I shouldn't have laughed that hard at that. That wasn't funny.
Don't make me calm.
That was-
POV, your humor is brain rotted.
I'm
like me.
tired, bro. I've got like 4 hours of sleep right now. Oh, yeah.
Dang.
No, I'm at
Oh my
two.
God,
I'm
same.
at
We should
2
be
hours of
besties.
sleep. I'm at 2 hours of sleep. I'm
This
the
isn't
king
a
of
Okay, well, you're
competition,
stupid.
Right? Although, to be fair, I got
So
0
you're
last
stupid.
night,
Fuck
so-
you.
Mm,
Fuck
I
you.
got less
Move
sleep
on.
than you. Nah.
It's me, I much prefer sudden death over stalemate, but I could see some people making a case for the latter, so I won't push that one too hard. The last big point I want to mention is ad hoc connections.
Oh,
if you weren't
boy.
around for it, this
Oh,
is basically
boy.
the process of joining official Valve servers, either through someone else's profile, or more commonly through the community server browser, which was how I and most other players actually connected to TF2 servers, since quickplay was kind of just a slower,
Sounds like a great
worse,
system, Fish.
more random,
Sounds
and
like a
less
great
reliable
system.
version of doing the exact
Yeah,
same
it sounds
thing.
like
Now,
cool.
obviously,
It
as a
sounds stolen.
YouTuber, my perspective on this is biased, as I really don't want
As a
any
YouTuber, just say as a player of the game. You fucking... You don't have to be so
No.
elitist about
I
it.
know. No. I know where this is going. I'll
old
pause the video. I know where
psycho
this is
Steam
going.
profile stalker to be able to instantly find out whatever server I'm on and follow me around until the
yeah.
end of time.
Yeah, guess
but
what? I
trust
can
me when I
still do that in
say that's
casual
not
bro
an
code.
issue exclusive to YouTubers. Plenty of people have to deal with crazy ass stalkers who just want to ruin their day for literal.
Hold on. If
Have
he
you heard of
actually
stream
says-
sniping, little dog?
Is he actually going to justify not having ad hoc connections because you can get stalked?
Yes.
Holy...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Oh.
Wait. Hold on a second. Drop everything
wanna-
we're doing. This guy's username is Dope Diggity Dingus.
That's peak. No, Pikachu, please tell me that's not true. Is he actually going to say that?
Wait. Dope diggity dingus killed Sniggity.
Well, little bro, you'll fucking just unpause the video.
Oh, no.
No reason. Never underestimate just how dedicated the utterly insane are when it comes to being even a mild irritant for a handful of seconds. Of course, the big issue with the removal of ad hoc connections was that I would say they were the best means of getting into a good game of TF2 because of how easy it was to curate your experience.
Yeah, no
You
kidding.
could filter by map and game mode, see exactly how many people are on a server before you join it, see how long it's been running and check everyone's score, check for the names of some particularly annoying regulars in your area to avoid them. It was the best way of guaranteeing that the game you got into was going to be
Okay,
solid
pretty
the
compelling.
vast majority of the time. Now, casual does not work with direct ad hoc connections. Not through profiles or the server browser. It never has, and I don't think it's possible to make it work without serious overhauls to the entire system. But I think it is possible to fake it and get the next best thing. A system already exists in casual for queuing you into a single individual server, when you queue for a match that your party is currently in. I think it should be possible to allow you to queue into a Valve match from the community server browser. It would obviously take longer than the
can
effectively
already do
instant
this.
Oh, wow.
You could
but
do
I
this
still
already.
think
You can already do this.
Well, you can't. Valve servers aren't on the servers aren't on the server browser, little bro. What are you talking about?
Oh wait. I thought he meant like, you could queue into a Valve server while playing on a community one.
No,
Like,
he
what?
means you can use the server browser to enter a Valve server.
The way he phrased
So
it
that's
was a little weird.
that's literally just ad hoc connections, though.
This bitch will say anything other than what other people have already said because he doesn't want to be in on that crowd.
This is literally just bring
have-
back ad hoc connections, but worded differently.
Worded very poorly and dishonestly. I want to stop the video now just because I'm getting so sick
No,
of
this is
shit.
so funny.
I
No, we need
know,
to see
but I
this third.
can't bear it, dude. I can't bear it. This is awful.
would be an acceptable compromise, and especially if
Fuck you! We don't need a compromise. We just need the better thing. You dumbass. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to swear. I'm really not. But this guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is a Christian Minecraft server. We gotta chill.
No, I just gotta calm down. I've got a really bad habit with it right now. Man, this guy.
effective in those less populated areas that have much longer queue times. You don't have to worry about that if you know for a fact the server you're queuing for is going to be populated and on a good map. I think the vast majority of people would still use the casual queue system, I think some changes would have to be made in order to ensure that these individual queues are just as fast as normal queues, if not faster. Not to mention, some UI changes would be nice to make filtering certain servers a little bit easier, but I'm all for people having more options, especially if it helps out people who currently struggle with the existing systems. And as a last little bow on things, some quality of life customizable settings on top of everything would be greatly appreciated. Like, seriously, if we're not going to force party players apart, then can we at least get the setting where we can choose to get matched against players in our own party? This shit has said that it's coming soon since Blue Moon dropped. I know Valve Time is a meme and all, but seriously, I think we'll unironically get Half-Life 3 before we see this setting actually get added.
No, we're not
also,
getting either.
I really
Fuck
think that
you.
we should see the end of player slots being taken up in a server by people who have disconnected or had their game crash or anything like that. All it does is uneven for the people who are actually still in the server, which I think is more important than ensuring that someone can get back into a game they probably never joined in the first place because they're playing on a toaster and don't know what a config is yet. I think this is a vestigial remnant of back during the first implementation of casual, when the matches got were meant to be a lot less disposable than they are now. So getting back into your match after something went wrong was actually a practical choice.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid quickers.
That's
the slur for the guys that like quick play.
Yeah,
quickers.
We're quickers.
Yeah, we're quickers, I guess. Fuck.
I love how he's just so. I don't even know how to use words to describe.
How the fuck does he have 222 points on Devilman, but only 49 on his most played class? What the fuck?
I mean, his most played class is Sniper. I don't understand why they have this aversion to just removing slot reservation altogether. Like, he's making this workaround for a workaround. Just remove slot reservation as a mechanic in the back end, and it works, and it's fine.
Dude, apparently casual mode was based off of Counter-Strike's casual mode. That game doesn't even have slot reservation. Why is it still here? It serves no purpose. It literally serves no purpose.
Oh my gosh.
It hasn't served a purpose since abandonment penalties were gone. So why is it even still here after like 4 updates of casual mode? Like what? Why? Why is it still here?
Everyone that works at Valve is retarded, I guess. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Thanks, Joe. Clap.
Whoa.
This is stupid.
Matches
Also, you know that toggle he was talking about in the
disposable
segment? Why even add that? All you have to do is add team switching that's already in the game. It's a literal CFG.
Yeah.
It's literally a command console.
Just go back to the doors.
Yeah, like what?
Come on, bro. This isn't that hard. You are making this way harder than it has to be.
Just say you want team switching, man.
It's okay. It's not a bad thing to want team switching. You're safe. It's okay. You're not gonna.
I'll give you a cookie.
Oh my gosh.
1/3.
So if someone gets dropped off, then too bad. Unless they're in an incredibly low traffic area, getting into another match just by queuing again shouldn't be too hard. Remember that people generally find re-queuing faster than sticking around during the round start timer. Even if that isn't the case, then the new pseudo ad hoc system would allow them to join back in anyway without too much fuss. Find re-queuing faster than sticking around during the round start time.
Why not just
even if that isn't the case?
Dude, it's not even pseudo ad hoc system
would allow them to join back in anyway without too much fuss.
It's not pseudo
ad hoc.
Yeah, it's not pseudo. It's just ad hoc.
He's just saying ad hoc, but he just wouldn't say pseudo ad hoc because he doesn't want to have to agree with the bigot. Apparently.
Oh no! I don't want to have to side with those people.
Oh boy!
They're not on the right side of the culture war.
Oh boy! I have to agree with the Oblivion NPC. Who would have thought?
Oh. That one time when someone I don't like actually might have a point because, the concept of a broken clock being right twice a day doesn't even occur to him because he's such a selfish bastard. Like, and I'm not saying that Zesty's a broken clock, but like this is something that you're supposed to think about because you're like a little selfless. This is so. Oh my! I don't.
This video is basically just I don't like Zesty Jesus, but I like some of the features he says about. But I don't want to say that I like him because that's going to make me painted as evil dictator.
I don't want to be on this side.
I don't even care for Zesty Jesus. I literally couldn't give a shit about that Oblivion NPC. Yeah, I can agree with him on that. Oh, this is better.
I don't know if Zesty's as much of the NPC as some of his other cronies are.
No, I like to call him an Oblivion NPC because he kind of looks like one.
Fair enough.
But I do it out loud.
I think the only exception to this should be players in a party, since forcing the
Why is every exception in regards to the party? Like, man, you just really need to play with your clique. Just go to the Friends tab on your ad hoc server connections, retard.
Or press Shift tab and open up the Steam overlay.
Seriously. Like, dude... Everything you're talking about doesn't need to have exceptions for a party system that doesn't even need to exist. Things were fine before all of this. You don't need to make concessions for existing stuff.
Pause the video. We can't.
Entire party just so that one friend who crashed doesn't get left out. It's just bad for match health. Do all that and throw a few bug fixes in there, like the rather infamous one where you can't even vote for a map at the end of the round.
I can't believe
and
that's
casual mode comes out on the other side looking pretty damn
casual
good, and a hell of a lot better than it is now.
Yeah, we're not gonna call
now
it.
That's pretty much all the objective stuff out of the way.
Hopefully
it's pretty difficult to argue that what I've listed would be improvements over what we
all
have
you
now.
used was
But there's
language.
one more really big thing to talk about, and that's the matchmaker itself. Now, this is kind of difficult to talk about objectively because we have some problems.
No, it's
Number
not.
one, for official Valve servers, this is the only system that we currently have access to.
No,
meaning
that's
even if we
also not
gather
true.
data on it, we have nothing to compare it to. And number two...
That's not true. Mega Scatterbomb actually, I'm pretty sure a while back he proved that there's still access to quick plays like stuff in the game. You just can't use it because you're not the dev. It's like
no, I think he's
talking.
I think he's talking about something else. I think he's talking about like the previous data that quickplay had.
What data?
Like the match, like the server data. I think. I don't
It's used
know.
the same
That's what
servers.
that's how I hear it.
It just,
I don't know. That's how I interpreted it as.
it just used the same servers. All that happened was the same servers
Yeah.
just got transferred to casual.
Well, no,
Nothing changed about the servers.
they used to say servers, just that they're on a different game coordinator. That's the difference.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is that it's that easy to just switch to the old game coordinator because all the
Yeah.
files are still in the game.
Can we go back like 30 seconds? Because I don't know if we even heard what he said properly.
Fair enough.
Now that's pretty much all of the objective stuff out of the way.
5
Hopefully
seconds.
it's pretty difficult to argue that what I've listed would be improvements over what we have now. But there's one more really big
Barely.
thing to talk about, and that's the matchmaker itself. Now, this is kind of difficult to talk about objectively because we have some problems.
Coward.
Number one, for official Valve servers, this is the only system that we currently have access to.
What does that mean?
Meaning even if we gather data on it, we have nothing to compare it to. And number two,
It's not true!
I have no idea how it works. Oh, but Fish, Valve explained it themselves during the Blue Moon patch notes. It uses a Glyco system just like Counter-Strike. Okay, well I think we can all agree that there's a chasm of difference between how Valve says this system works and what it actually does. Now the
I don't
idea
know
is
if I
that
can
casual
believe that.
is
You
a
have to
form of
I can't
skill
believe-
You
based.
kind of have
Okay,
to prove
wait,
that.
I-
You have to quantify that.
I can't believe I'm saying Valve is right, but if they say they are using Glyco, I'm going to take their word because what else are we going to have to go off of? We can't prove it. Like we don't have access to their game coordinator. What else are we supposed to do?
Why would
I just don't see why Valve. I just don't see why Valve would lie about that.
Why?
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like why would they lie?
there's no incentive to it. That's
it'd just be stupid. Valve isn't stupid.
they're not that.
They're just like
I think they're not that
They're-
stupid,
they're
right?
No, they're not stupid. They just know
They're
that
not
we're
stupid, they're just
they just know that
intelligent.
they just know that we're kind of stupid, and most of the community will accept their.
I was gonna say because most of the community is that stupid. But anyway, yeah, he's.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even know what bro's rambling on about. We can't get data on casual mode because there's nothing to compare it to. We can compare it to quick play data from back
Is he
when
gonna
was a
bring
thing.
that up as the elephant in the room, and he's gonna make it as this big vilifying thing?
Mwah.
No, he's not gonna do that.
Oh,
Or is he?
oh god.
Or is he?
Bumping, bumping,
Matchmaking,
bumping.
similar to a
All I'll
lot
say
of
is
other
that there might be a
games,
certain
including
person
Counter-Strike.
involved.
And TF2 is
Well,
running the same system and not only casual in the form of a mostly invisible elo system, but also its competitive mode. But the real question is, does this even do anything? Because the way I
No.
see it, there's basically 3 options for the effectiveness of
It
the
can't.
matchmaker. 1. The matchmaker is not functioning properly and is actively putting players into uneven matches through some fundamental flaw in its design. 2. The
Bitfoot.
matchmaker is essentially a non-entity, and it likely prioritizes getting you into a game at all and doing so quickly and within the proper ping parameters over making sure the match is balanced, so the players you're getting matched with are essentially random. Or the one that I really hope isn't true. 3. The matchmaker is actually working perfectly, and all those roles you keep getting into could be so much worse and so much more frequent
This
than they
this sounds very close to just be grateful you have anything at all.
It is number 3, by the way. The matchmaker is actually working as intended. It's just that the glyco system and your score with that is completely fucked. So it basically just puts everyone on the same fucking
It
score.
literally cannot work in this game. That's the problem.
Like I said, he's going to discuss this in a moment. What basically happens with the glyco system in this game is that you have your score, right? Your glyco score that gets measured based on some sort of criteria we don't know. There's a range that basically everyone is in. It's 1100 to 1300 glyco, and if you're in that range, you're going to get people of similar rating to you. Issue is that it doesn't matter if it's Jose Gonzalez 2005 or me. We're both going to have very similar glyco, just like you said, based on the nature of this game. You win a lot of rounds, you lose a lot of rounds. The glyco system just doesn't actually know how to do this properly, so it just basically puts everyone in the same glyco tier. So it's effectively just random. It effectively does nothing. Really. So it doesn't balance shit. It doesn't know what it's doing.
It's about as useful of a matchmaker, for balance purposing, as selecting your own team.
I think selecting my
Yeah.
own team might be better, because at least that's me selecting and not just literally just RNG.
Yeah, then later on it will probably be scrambled to make it more balanced anyway. So
Yeah.
it's gonna fix
There's no,
itself later.
the issue here, right, is that the glyco system just does nothing. It just does nothing.
Yeah, it just
It's literally-
does nothing but make your queue times longer because it has to find players that are
Pretty
similar.
much. It's literally just RNG generator. It's literally just quick play style thing where, oh, I'm putting you in a server, except it does it with like 17 extra steps for no reason, but still achieves the same result but slower.
Yeah.
Bloatware.
The fucking common core of the common core.
bloatware.
Already
Michael
are.
Kors.
Now, I'm pretty sure the casual
fucking-
matchmaker uses a similar or identical system as the competitive matchmaker. And the competitive matchmaker is infamous for being extremely fussy about putting you into a match, even if people are queuing for it, which they're usually not because it sucks, if your rank is too high, because the game was actually trying to create a balanced match. So
Is
if they're
it?
using similar systems,
Yeah, that's fine
then my
for
guess is that
competitive
option
games.
1 is true.
Doesn't
and if they're
work,
wildly
so it's
different
competitive.
systems, then I'm honestly leaning more towards option 2.
The competitive system
I don't
doesn't
want to
use the
consider
Glyco,
option
they
3
use
as
the
valid
badge
because
system.
it scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
As far as my memory is
Stupid.
concerned, which is incredibly subjective and
Badge system
absolutely
actually does
unreliable,
something.
I seem to
This
recall
shit.
getting matched into more roles not after the implementation of casual as a whole, but rather after the implementation of the Glyco system in the Blue Moon update. In my Brass Beast review
What?
back in 2020,
really will
I
shill
even
for
mentioned
that,
how I was getting into more roles recently,
Glyco system.
like it was a relatively new occurrence. I wouldn't have said it was a recent issue if I'd been dealing with the same shit for the past 2 years before Blue Moon. Like I said, I don't have anything to compare it to in terms of pre-Glyco casual or pre-casual Valve servers.
Quick play.
I would be so much more confident in
play.
saying anything if I did. The closest I might be able to do is compare it to community servers running settings similar to pre-casual TF2, but that raises its own series of problems in the fact that there's a far more limited player pool there. So each match I get into is
Yeah,
going to be a
why?
lot more similar to each other, likely consisting of the same group of regular players across the same maps. Unless I go out of my way to try 100 different servers with 100 different combinations of people just to keep things fair. But there's no way I can do that in a timely manner. That would take such a long time. I could
Why do
do
you
it,
say
but
that
you
with
guys
that
would have to be cool with
voice?
my upload schedule looking worse than it already is. Regardless, I decided to get my own data on the matches I got into to see just how much the
Look at me,
matchmaker was
data.
doing depending on your supposed skill
I remember seeing this
level
part
as
of the video.
dictated by the game. So I played a series of matches with both my main account, which I've been playing on a regularly since before casual was even a thing.
Prepared to
The
be
plan was
seeing the
also
most
to use
nothing
a
burger
brand new
data
burner
ever.
account as a control. The matchmaker should have no expectations of me doing well at all in, and ideally put me into easier games. That is, of course, ideally, since you can't really factor in people who have several thousand hours in the game, but just haven't really played it all since casual was implemented, or people who have most of their hours in community servers, including competitive ones. Not to mention anyone else could be just as easily smurfing as I was, and there's lots of variables to account for here. Since I have a control for something, what we'll be testing here is whether or not the matchmaker is actually attempting to balance out the games you get matched into based on your casual rank and elo settings. But we'll soon see
Your
that this
casual rank
didn't
isn't
exactly go
equal to your
according to
elo settings,
plan.
though.
Now, how this should work is that my main account should be
Does he
meeting a
not know
lot more
that?
resistance than the burner
Yeah, he
account.
doesn't, but don't
And
think
since I'm
it's a
absolutely
fish
washed at
video.
this game, since I don't actually play it for a living, so much as I stare at Sony Vegas with blank dead eyes for hours on end for a living, that
Stop with
probably
your
means my
millennial
main account
humor.
is
Oh
going
my
to see a lot
gosh.
more rolls against me, since the
Okay,
game
that
was
one's
basically
actually
saying,
not that
hey, you have
terrible.
like
Could be
6,000 hours
worse.
in this game? Well, you must be
It's
some
just
kind of expert,
self-deprecating.
so go
It's-
ahead and
I don't-
single-handedly
I
carry
don't
this
spend
team of
time
people who have
playing
never heard of a
TF2.
spy
I just spent
before,
30
Mr.
hours
Expert.
sucking dick.
Surely you're basically JPEG tier at this point and consider a 1v12
well,
to be a
really
pretty
impressed,
breezy
dude.
match, right? If you look at each player as having a numerical value, let's say you're a 20 while everyone else on your team is a 1, adding up to a total of 31 points on one team, while everyone else on the other team are all valued at 3 apiece, leading to a roughly similar total. The game might think these two matches are totally even, which is almost certainly not the case at all, since that player valued at 20 could easily steamroll through a bunch of 3s, or the 3s could be so well organized and the 1s so worthless that the one guy with any real value on team 1 is having to fight a 12v1 like his life depends on it just to accomplish anything. And this gets even more complex and difficult to keep track of when you consider what we mentioned earlier about casual rank and elo not necessarily dictating players' skill level. One of those 3s on team 2 could easily be a fucking 50 in disguise. For my test, I have 4 outcomes set for both accounts, and I'll be running 100 full matches to completion on each account to get as much data as is
Why is he
reasonably
saying it in the
possible.
present-
The
future
outcomes
tense
are
like he's
roll
gonna do it in the
loss,
video?
balanced win,
He does do it in
and
the video,
roll
but
win.
it's kinda
In order to
shit.
make things as neutral as possible, I'll be playing stock soldier for the entirety of this test, so that the results aren't too skewed by my choice of class or weapon.
But
Since I
he
bet I'd
isn't
be
only
seeing a
playing
lot
one
more
map, he's
wins
playing
if I
every
had
fucking
chosen
map.
medic or used a powerful banner, for instance.
I didn't
And I'm
watch this
also
part
going
of
to
the
be
video, but I watched the part
exclusively
where he talked
counting
about the
games
survey a little
where I
bit
can
for
play
like 2
from
minutes.
beginning to end, or at least as close as I can manage within reason. This is basically running under the assumption that casual does end up adding that join games in progress check, but assuming the matchmaking system itself stays the same. We're analyzing the balance of the matches and player skill distribution here, which is a lot harder to get data on in the middle of a match, especially because of the whole concern with joining in the middle of roles that was mentioned earlier. I did end up checking the scoreboard each time I joined a new match just to see if a match I was joining was
This is
just
giving me
starting,
fatigue.
and the amount of games I joined into that were in the process of getting rolled was about as high as I was expecting. You're more than welcome to run a similar test of your own if you got the stomach for re-queuing every time you don't get put into the beginning of a match, and you feel like playing the exact same thing for 200 matches in a row.
It would be
But
so
as
much
far as I can
easier if you
tell,
just
no one else
conceded
has
to the
really
fact that
attempted
shit
to
was
gather
better
data like this
before.
to see if casual mode skill-based matchmaking actually works and is worth keeping around.
Oh,
Now,
no.
let's talk about my personal results. I've posted a link to the whole spreadsheet I made in the description so you can have a look over it yourself, since it's possible there's some sort of correlation I might have missed. To clarify a few things, I
Wait, how
only
do you-
solo queued, I
what?
never threw a game intentionally, and
You
I
never
avoided
solo
CTF
queued.
and payload race, since those matches can
Okay,
essentially
you're
become
not representing
TDM games
all
with
the
no
other
No,
players
he,
that will
he,
and they
he said
play the
he,
data.
no, he said he only solo queued, bro.
Oh, I'm deaf. I'm sorry.
With a blow.
Too heavily into games that I consider a balanced back and forth, not because they're actually balanced, but because no one's trying to complete the objective. For my main account, the results of my data instantly subverted my expectations. Some things definitely made a lot of sense.
Finally,
For example,
using good
even though I had a
music.
solid selection of maps that mostly served to weed out some of the more notoriously imbalanced ones,
Not fitting,
or just
but
ones that I
it's
don't
cool.
find especially
Good
fun
music.
to play on, Payload is wildly overrepresented in the amount of matches I played. Out of 100 matches, 44 were on Payload. That's almost
Gee, I wonder
half.
why.
Speaking of overrepresented, if you had to guess which game mode had the most roll wins on it percentage-wise, which one would you say? If you said anything besides 5CP, you are dead wrong. Because out of the 26 rounds of 5CP I played, 19 were roll wins. And
How
there
did you
wasn't
define
a
roll win
single
again?
roll loss the entire
Like,
time. Only
instantly beats
7
the other team
rounds of
without
5
effort, I
CP
guess?
were actually
Like under 2 minutes or
balanced.
something?
I take back what I said
let's be
earlier.
fair, dude. I think he
Stalemate
could
game mode
probably
my
intuit what
ass.
a fucking
I
roll
spent more
is.
time in the queue than in some of these
Yeah,
matches.
I would assume that's
Speaking
what
of
he means.
stalemates,
I'm
you
gonna
get
go with
exactly one guess as to which map gave us the
Shut
only
the
4
fuck up, lick
stalemates
my
in this
ass.
test. Another thing is that matches that made it to round 3 on game modes that allow for it weren't especially common, but those that did, most of them ended in a roll. Likely because by the time you get to the 3rd round, you kinda want the game to be over with already, and that's when a lot of people are most likely
Who's
to leave
we?
mid-match and put whichever team suffers that
well,
loss at an
we're
immediate
fans of
disadvantage.
that's why we're
we?
watching this
However,
video,
my
right?
earlier prediction turned out to be
fuck up.
completely
Of course,
wrong.
dude. I'm
Now, don't
dude,
get me
I'm
wrong,
FishStickOnAStick's
I got into a
biggest
lot
fan.
of rolls alright,
You're
but
a
they were
D1
rolls
writer.
that my team
Suck
won.
his dick.
And a lot
Oh, I
of
was
the
gonna
time,
say, he-
it
I was gonna
was
say he can
usually
suck my
because
dick
of
any day.
me and because I
said
was
stick,
carrying.
but okay.
I didn't even consider that as an
That works
option. I
too.
thought it was totally
Yeah,
washed.
that's what you said.
But game after game, I'd see myself way ahead of everyone else on the scoreboard. And even
Oh, you're
though
just
I
so
didn't
good,
feel
dude.
like I was
Oh,
doing
you're
it
just so
Oh, I
good.
love how you're
apparently,
stroking your
I
ego.
was a
Humble
huge
brag!
factor in the
Humble
majority
brag!
of games I played. Take a look at this. I ended
I
up
like
playing
casual 'cause I'm
208
good.
total rounds
Because I
across
can
my
stomp
100
noobs
matches.
on 5 CP.
And of
so
those,
good. Oh,
120 rounds were rolls. And 84 of those rolls were rolls that
He
my
did
team...
quantify what roll meant, right? Or is he just assuming that we agree?
Dude, we can intuit it. I don't care if he quantified it or not. You can
Yeah,
intuit what that looks like in
you
5
can
CP.
intuitive like what the
You
fuck
can
is a
intuit what
roll.
that you
It's
can
easy.
intuit what that looks like in something like 5 CP.
It's
not difficult.
lazy. It's
Not lazy. He does know. I
It's
will
not
defend
lazy.
Fish.
He expects some of his audience to play the fucking video game and
Yeah,
understand what a
I'm just
roll
gonna
is.
be. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna like defend Fish on this one. He just doesn't need to explain that. Like you already know what he means.
If you don't know what a
just
roll is, you
play
just
this
haven't
game.
played
You
the
know
game.
what he means, bro.
Yeah.
I
You know
don't,
what he
because
means.
sometimes people mean roll in the sense that casual fucked you over with giving a 10v12, or it's an actual like unskilled 12v12 where one team is just full of retards. Like people genuinely have
think
different definitions, and I never know which one because Zesty uses the 10v12 one, and other people use one team is just genuinely unskilled, and I never can keep track. because people just assume you know what they're talking about.
All right, well, I'll assume harder, and I'm assuming you're gonna unpause that video.
One, roll losses actually make up a tiny portion of games that I ended up playing. And that's not even the craziest part. A big complaint about casual mode is that there's no point sticking around if the game is going one way. Because you're fighting the same people on the same team. So what the hell are the odds that things will turn around? Apparently, they're very good. Out of 100 matches, 31 were what I would describe as a complete blowout, where the results of both rounds were exactly the same and result in a roll against one team in particular. And of those, 27 were roll wins for my team. I only had to experience 4 roll loss blowouts.
It's like Alex said, this is just nothing burger data.
That is completely outside of my realm of expectations. I'm so used to the games I joined into being absolute stomp fest. But it turns out that I'm way more likely to be the pub stomper if I just start games at the beginning. An additional 6 matches had complete toss-ups, where one round was a roll for one team, and then the other round was a complete 180, where the other team apparently decided to lock the fuck in. 20 games, meanwhile, were essentially perfect, where I considered both rounds to be well balanced based on the outcome of the game. Now, the obvious conclusion here is that if I was the one winning, and some of these are what I would describe as borderline games, this is still way too many rolls. They make up over half the rounds I played, so something isn't working quite right here. 20% of the games I played being within my standards of being perfectly balanced is way too low. Even if the amount of total bounce rounds is closer to around 43%, which is way higher than I was expecting. Maybe if I had more defined results, I would have a better idea, but this system is already pretty subjective. It's hard to be categorical in defining what a roll is. This is mostly based on scoreboards, time spent in the match, and pure vibes.
Yeah,
if I wanted to suck my own dick here, I'd say that my
results
are an amazing pub stomping god,
the soundboard in the server, hell yeah, based.
They got what?
He said the thing that we added as a soundboard to the BBQ server.
Mostly based on scoreboards, time spent in the match, and pure vibes. If I wanted to suck my own dick here, I'd say that my results are because I'm an amazing pub-stomping god, but I know that's not the case, so it has to be something else. I just have no idea what it could be. There's an insane amount of variables to account for in terms of figuring out why this is happening. And I can't possibly keep track of every single one.
He just actually got fucked by that pyro.
I know,
yeah, pyro cocked his ass.
Skilled player.
People leaving mid-match for one reason or another. People getting auto-balanced.
He got killed by Apex
me getting auto-balanced led to some roll wins turning into roll losses. So the results could have been even more skewed in the favor of roll wins if I had just stayed on my team. The classes, weapons, and playstyles that people chose. I mean, for God's sake, do you know how many shotgun trollers I saw while I was doing this test? Just because Soundsmith made a video on it as I was getting this data? There were plenty of games that just got rolled because no one felt like picking engineer or medic when it would have been very prudent to do so. Or the medic that we did have was a fucking dingus. I'm not going to pretend that people gimping themselves out of actually being effective at the game didn't have some kind of an effect on the results. And don't even get me started on people who abuse overpowered bullshit on either team. Not to mention, it should go without saying that just because some games were balanced does not at all mean they ended up being fun. Some of these games only ended up being balanced wins for my team because I was stubborn enough to beat my skull against the brick wall that was the enemy team until they stopped twitching. And that was not an enjoyable process. But at the same time, you can't exactly say the matchmaker was wrong for putting me against these guys when I ended up being the deciding factor that actually won us the match. The complaint that I hear all the time about casual mode is that it's just constantly putting you into games that you have no chance of winning no matter how good you are. It's something I agreed with because I've experienced it myself firsthand countless times over the years. And yet testing it out by just playing games from the start gives me the complete opposite result. It's not like it's predisposed to putting me in roles in general. Otherwise, whether I win or lose would be a lot closer to a 50-50. I think there's a couple of reasons for this. For one, TF2 is a very momentum-based game. So if you join in on a game where one team already has the momentum they need to keep pushing through, it's very likely that you alone will be able to stop them.
The nothing continues up to the nothing with the nothing impacting the nothing.
Dude, bro, just saying straight nothing. It's a momentum-based game. That doesn't mean anything. That literally means nothing. Every fucking game is momentum-based.
Every game, every FPS game that even remotely functions similar to this game
No.
has momentum in some form.
Dude, no. Every game ever has momentum. It
That
doesn't
too.
mean anything.
Fucking chess
It's a
has momentum. Checkers
Fucking
has
Pong.
momentum.
Dude,
No,
Fucking Pong has momentum. All right, I'm paused. This guy's
No
a
matter
fucking.
how good you are at the game,
Guy's got a head
if you start a
expert.
game from the beginning, that's far more likely to be in your control if you're a skilled
hey, we're actually
player,
making pretty
or even
good
just a
progress
competent
now.
one. For another thing, a lot more of the variables
Yukon.
that end up causing games to roll in the first place will happen more
40
often
minutes
as the
and
game
2 hours is
progresses,
pretty good.
especially after the first round. This
Our
is
track
not
record
going to
is
be a
not
popular
good,
position
little
at
bro.
all, but I really think
Actually,
that
I'm
at
the
least
little bro,
some
what
of
the
the
fuck?
problems that people have with casual are caused by the people playing casual
That's
rather
what I've
than the
been
system
saying,
itself.
man. Finally,
Not
I
only are
can
there the
agree with you on
previously mentioned
something.
issues where people just
No, he's
choose
just
not
saying
to
that
play
everyone has a
class that
skill
will give your
issue and
team some
sucks
kind
at
of
the
a
game. That's
foothold.
why
Yeah,
the game
true,
is down
that's
for
what he's
Just
actually
ruin a
said.
match by
said.
picking the
That's what he's
vaccinator.
actually
But
saying. He's a
sometimes
fucking
Everyone has a
retard.
skill issue, therefore
just leave
casual
the
mode
match after
sucks.
losing
When that's not the
Oh,
problem.
in
well, no,
any
that's
Yeah, he's saying the
capacity.
matchmaker's
It could be
actually fine. It's just all the players that are shit.
Well,
Yeah, it's the player's fault, not our fault. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not the game's fault, it's the
Dude,
player's fault.
if every fucking player sucks, then shouldn't the matchmaker do its fucking job and sort them properly?
if everyone
Yeah, and
sucks,
then make
then
your
at least
and
it's
then it
equal.
and then it would make your queue times like 4 fucking years just to find a match of like fucking 2 for it because like everyone's it's because you're so good at the game.
Fair.
Because he's so good, dude. He's just so
He's just
good.
so
Dude.
good at the game. I want him. I want to be his. I glaze him every day. He's just so good at the
Yeah.
game.
I'd pocket
Oh my
his
God,
rocket.
dude,
What?
he's so good. He's so
I'd
good.
fap to his. I'd fap to his chest. I swear. Okay, I'll pause the video.
A great
positive
game
this
with a
guy's- this
nice
guy's
back and
featuring
forth.
me.
Everyone's having a good
Fucking
time.
Alex guy.
Ah, no, we lost the round. That's alright, we still had a fun time. If we can try again next
No, we
time, then
didn't.
where the fuck is everyone? Now, granted, casual isn't pulling all of its weight here either. It doesn't account for the fact that
okay.
this many people can leave
now
all at
he
once
throws
all that
shade.
well.
Where
And
does
matches
auto
end up
balance work
lasting
in
in
this
this
footage?
horribly imbalanced
Doesn't.
state for way longer than they should. I personally think that auto balance should be a lot more aggressive and just swap people
No,
fast.
it should just
That's because
function. And there was a system
auto balance.
when it
Yeah,
functioned.
auto balance worked. It would still work. It would probably work even more if you remove slot reservation, which would make it instantly better overnight. But you're not gonna. The Valve isn't gonna do that because no one's saying that.
Because we have people like this being like, casual mode's actually kind of okay. It's just that all the players are shit and bad.
It's all
It's
the
their
quickers.
fault that it doesn't work.
It's all the quickers, man.
It's all the quickers who are shit at the game.
These fucking dirty quickers, right? These fucking dirty.
Half these quickers don't even. They didn't even play the game back in that time. What do they know?
Yeah, what do they know? I was too busy sucking dick back when this game was fresh.
Yeah, I get pussy
It feels like it takes
24/7.
way too much time to
Alright,
auto
that's
balance
enough out of
people
you, Alex.
because it's
Gagging you.
simultaneously looking for people to match into the game
He'd
while
be
also
into that,
considering
dude.
auto balanced as
That
a last
is a
resort.
that is a
option.
scuffed. That is a scuffed.
I think it should go
scoreboard,
the other
though.
way around.
That is
The
so
elite
sad.
state of
4v9
each
or
match-
something.
Even Counter-Strike doesn't have problems with auto balance like this. What the fuck is this shit?
5v11.
Even Counter-Strike doesn't have this
Dude,
problem.
dude,
What the
this
fuck?
guy isn't, dude. Knott's Mork isn't even loaded in yet.
I know he's not even on. He hasn't even selected a class. That's crazy.
He's dead. Like Chunky from Donkey Kong 64.
He's dead.
XX
dead,
underscore
dude. Chunky.
killathrob underscore XX hashtag TF2 is ... What?
It's TF2 is easy, obviously.
It probably is TF2's and he's probably cheating. Anyway, unpause.
I that would probably make
Playboy
a lot of sense.
farty.
The Lolinator, and it's a Quake icon.
is way more important than getting more people into it eventually, when that eventually may never come because the match is about to get rolled to death. Obviously, no one likes getting auto-balanced, but no one likes being on either end of a 12v4 either, since the people on the 4 side of
Wrong.
things have no chance of doing anything,
I don't know,
and the people on the 12 side of
statistically,
things
being on
barely even get into
positive
people
end
to
of a
shoot up where they
12v4 is
steamroll.
kinda nice.
So I think that's a categorical example of a necessary
It's nice when you're the one
This is a
winning.
process that would also
Well,
be made
yeah,
a lot
that's the
easier
point.
without this goddamn
Obviously.
yellow text. And having the auto balance be more aggressive would mean that you're much less likely to get auto balanced immediately before your team loses.
Oh,
which
you
is
don't
just a kick in
say.
the teeth.
You don't.
This whole system definitely needs some
You don't
tune-ups.
say.
But ultimately, I don't think you can say that casual should be a place where people can just mess around and not take the game too seriously, and then get pissed off when you lose because your team isn't playing as optimally as possible. I understand it's frustrating when it seems
know
like the
what
other team didn't
mitigates
get
that?
the memo that you don't have
they
to play the
shouldn't
game
have
like
to
your
play
life
as
depends on
optimally as
it.
possible.
But at that
Everyone
point,
has different
what you
levels of
really want
engagement.
is a server
They
full of
shouldn't have to play as
dumbasses that
optimally as
let
possible.
you...
They should just be playing. Period. End
Yeah.
of sentence.
They'll grow in
you're
skill
playing-
however they do, but the point is that they're playing it all.
They play the game with their own level of
No,
interest.
if you're playing Trollsy, you're not playing the game.
That's true.
Don't talk to
That's
me.
true.
Oh yeah,
That's the kind of shit I'm referring to here. As long as you're like playing the game, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Trollger's like gimmick. It's like
Trollger is for people
Anyway,
who LARP as TF2 players.
That
Indeed.
too.
Anyway, please unpause. Please unpause. I want to like hurry up so I can
in particular,
go
pub
kill
stuff
myself
then.
later.
And hey, as long as you're joining into the start of the game, then
No,
the
don't
vast
do it. You have
majority
so
of the
much to live
time, casual should be a
We
great
have more
system for
fish
you.
to look forward
Hey,
to.
another
That's
editing
true. I have
adventure.
another.
Master Com's made a huge post on Reddit that goes over in explicit detail why quick play was fundamentally flawed and is never coming
Because
back.
I have this
Which
data that I don't provide.
Dude, Master Comms
It's like-
is such a fucking fraud. I don't.
All right, all right,
you know what
we can
seems
discuss.
funnier?
Well, no, wait. Let Fish show off his awesome data first, okay? Let before we start shit talking.
saves me a lot of time in having to explain it. Not that any of the most stubborn...
Oh,
Yo,
it's you.
it's me! It's me!
He's in the video.
It's me! Oh my God, there I am, Gary, there I am.
My data that I only could see, that only I could see versus the data. All of this is just reasonable skepticism with, a bit of.
All of this is we all are saying like Mastercoms makes a claim and then provides zero fucking data.
Yeah.
So why should I believe them?
Like, yeah, there's a bit of
Meanwhile,
ball breaking. There's a bit of
Fish
ball
on a
breaking,
stick is-
sure, but you guys are like being reasonably skeptical. What does he have to say that's so
Meanwhile,
negative?
Fish on a stick. These guys are just stubborn. It's like, no, I'm just not
These dang
retarded and take
quickers.
what I
Dude,
already
nah,
figured.
dude, I
goes over
love
in
how the
explicit-
Greg emoji's in there.
Wait, what? Go back.
It's just
hang
Adam
on.
saying it's
Explicit
just Adam
detail
with
why
the Greg
quick
emoji.
play was fundamentally flawed and is never coming back, which saves me a lot of time in having to explain it. Not that any of the most stubborn of quick play heads would listen regardless. Holy shit, these people are in denial. And it turns out that
Bro, you
Man.
haven't even spoken to us. Speak to me. What
Speak
the
to
fuck?
me.
Fuck you people. Speak to me. I'll fucking
No,
put
speak
this
to
in
me.
your face.
I'm
Doesn't even suck my
I'm
dick
the
out.
owner of the empire at this point, sadly.
Yeah, you are.
All right, you ain't. All
You
right,
are.
that's great, Emperor. You're not wearing any clothes.
Y'all are slaves of my empire. I'm sorry.
I mean, you
Great, bro. The Emperor has no
Katami
clothes,
entrusted
and I'm
you,
going
so
out.
it would be you.
Don't even keep a slave of my empire.
Dude, Dude, he should talk to me. I was the first guy in that screenshot, so he should talk to me.
Nuh-uh.
I was first
Man.
in line.
Man, you
Okay,
guys.
you know what?
the reason
have a
roles
point.
like you see
My
when you
question
join
is, who the fuck
mid-match
sent him
may
that
not have been
screenshot?
as
Yeah, who?
Who's the mole that's sending him screenshots of
Who's the mole that's setting up the stupidest?
I don't
weirdest
like. I
screenshots ever?
genuinely don't care. We don't say anything that can be taken out of context. But it's just like,
I don't care. I just want to know who.
Because it's not
I don't
actually.
care.
You're right. Because even with no context, that's all that screenshot really proves is that
Skepticism.
you guys are
Skepticism.
skeptical because
Dude,
you didn't provide data, which would be easy to disprove if he had it. But all he does is
how the
insult you.
fuck-
All he does is
Wait,
insult
how
you.
how the fuck can you take that screenshot seriously with the fucking Greg emojis at the bottom from Adam saying fucking?
I mean,
How can you take that screenshot even seriously?
Well, my thing is, I don't care if there's a mole in the server. I'm just like, it's just like pathetic. Like,
yeah.
oh,
I know.
I'm gonna spy on this public Discord server.
I don't know if either.
When I can just join the server myself and get the screenshots myself like an adult.
I don't know if you guys were around for it at all, but it's kind of like that whole bit where the bot hosters were infiltrating Katami's Save TF2 Discord, and like just getting information as to what the players thought. The only reason that was actually a problem was because they were then using their Discords to go to their Steam profiles and make those cloning bots and having them say really bad things through the text-to-speech AI voices.
That's annoying.
So that was malicious. But if we have a mole in this server, they're not going to do shit like that. So,
Well, you never know. But it's also like, as of right now, this stuff like, oh no, they're gonna send a screenshot of me saying, "Where's your data?" Oh no! I'm
And they're gonna
so
send a screenshot
scared.
of someone
Like,
saying,
bro.
making a joke and putting the fucking pregnant emoji in the picture.
If it mattered that much, just provide the data and call us retards afterwards, not before.
Yeah, the issue is that
what?
the issue is that they're not going to do that.
No, they're above that.
Like
Unpause the video.
Dude, not even Mastercom's provided data. Why the fuck would he provide data when he's
Well,
citing
all
Mastercom?
Fish would need to do is go to the part where Mastercom cites the data. But if he didn't,
But they don't.
well, then I guess there's none. Shocker how that works.
Go unpause the video.
It's common back in the quick play
Yay.
days is because there was a system in place that essentially worked like this. If a bunch of people leave a single server all in quick succession,
But by the way,
that
he takes this
server-
out of context and doesn't even read the rest of it. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
What does the rest of
true.
it say?
Just read all of it. He cites the
Pika
thing
is
he
speaking
highlighted.
truth.
He literally just doesn't even cite this correctly.
As far as I understand,
Holy
Valve
shit,
servers
you're a
also-
walking truth nuke today.
As far as I understand,
He only cites this. The thing he doesn't cite is that this didn't fucking apply for Valve servers. It only applied for community servers. So he's gonna say all this shit based on the context of the like system that the fucking like
yeah, this
player
makes no sense at all.
the player reputation system. He's gonna apply to Valve servers because he's a retard and didn't even read the rest of the fucking post.
There was
Even
a-
though that only existed for community servers.
I didn't even know there was a player reputation system.
Yeah, that's how quickplay would try and that's how quickplay would sort community servers. good
Oh,
or
I
bad.
remember now. Right? Yeah, I remember reading about that in
Yeah.
the wiki. I believe it was also a means of like figuring out what servers to recommend and what not to based on how many people had blacklisted it. Right?
That's exactly how it works, basically. Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to
This
talk
is-
about that at all, is he?
No, he is, but he's going to talk about it in the context of Valve servers because he's an idiot and
But Valve
didn't read the
servers
next
didn't-
fucking line.
You
of it.
said Valve
Exactly.
servers didn't have that.
They didn't. Look at the next line. They didn't have it.
Oh
It was
my
only for
gosh.
community servers. Why would Valve servers need it?
Ugh. Oh
Bro
man.
talks about it as if Valve servers had it. He's an
this video
idiot.
gets me terminal 7 brain cancer.
All right. Anyway, unpause so we can hear this guy
basically
babble.
got this penalty that discourages the quick play system from putting players into the server. Reading it as basically, hey, the match has gone sour, people are leaving,
No, the
don't put more
server has
people in
gone
here.
sour.
That system does not exist in casual. So when a bunch of people leave
Because
a
it was
role,
only for
all
community
casual
servers, dummy.
thinks is, oh shit, we need to fill
Wait,
these
is that
slots
did that
fast,
did that medically
which
say
it does
Edward
to the
Heel
best of its
Flea?
abilities, regardless of
Based.
so when a bunch
Wait,
of people leave a role, all casual
And
Edward Heel Flea.
thinks is, oh shit, we need to fill these
I'm
slots
only paying
fast,
attention to the
which
username
it
at
does
this
to the
point.
best of its abilities, regardless of match quality. You can see here in the Snowy Coast match that some people left after the first round, so Casual funneled in a bunch of people as quick as it could, and thank God for that, since most of the people who did
I
stick
bet it
around
took
were
a
very
bit.
insistent on only playing Spy and Sniper. They wouldn't have gotten anything done. And hey, it did a good job. After we trashed the enemy team the first time, the new players it brought in were actually able to beat us in a pretty balanced game. It was nice. Initially, I was tempted to say that a penalty system like this returning to casual could be beneficial, but thinking about it some more, I can see that this would probably be a bad idea. Not only because of the example I just gave,
It
where
wouldn't even
Yeah, it's almost
apply.
like it never
essentially
applied to
ruined-
Valve servers. You fucking nonce.
It never applied, and it never could. It never could. Why? Because then,
Yeah, 'cause he's an
then
idiot.
people are gonna
Like I said,
blacklist
he's
Valve's own
just
servers. Like, as if Valve
Yeah,
would
that's
ever
what I'm
allow
saying.
that.
He's just stupid. Dude, he's just dumb. He genuinely is just dumb and not even bothering to read the fucking Mastercoms thing before they cite it.
You know,
This is just like the
at
funniest
least
thing ever.
Lucid's stupidity is based on the fact that he doesn't explain enough. This guy explains too much, but it's
But it's
all
the wrong
nothing.
things.
It's all nothing. And it's all the wrong things. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh. I wish I could take the dim-wittery of Lucid back from the mid-wittery of Fish Stick on a
This guy.
Stick. Oh man. I feel-
Anyway,
Oh,
right.
my intelligence
Jeez.
is insulted beyond repair.
This is the funniest thing ever. I'm so glad I'm watching this video with you guys.
Me too, man.
This is
Alright,
peak.
unpause this
ruined that
shit right
Snowy
now.
Coast match because the people who left assumed the match was
He
a
said he
lost
turned into
cause,
Trump for a
but
minute.
primarily because of
I know.
parties. Think about it, this is way too easy to exploit. You're an asshole who just wants to ruin as many games as possible. You make a 6-stack of all your friends, or
I mean,
you
yeah,
just
you're just an
multi-box,
asshole if you want
you
to party.
join a
If you
server,
want to be in a
then
party.
boom,
You're just an
leave
asshole.
immediately. The
thought
server
you
has
were
a penalty
defending the
telling
party
you
system
not to
earlier,
join
you
half of
knucklehead.
one team is just gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then you just do
He's
this
just gotta, like,
over
talk
and
shit
over and
to
over
everyone.
again on as many
fucking
servers
call
as you can
Fucking,
join.
like, fence
Hell, you
sitting.
can even
Petty-
further
petty,
abuse the 6-stack system
Petty
by
fence
calling
sitting,
vote kicks and forcing even
That
more
too.
people to leave. The worst part is what happened unintentionally if a large party happens to leave a server for any reason, even if they're not being
Also, isn't this
actively
music
malicious.
reused from earlier?
The only way to
Yes.
prevent this from being
What the fuck?
exploited is
What's the
if,
song?
one, you
It's the
The Mario
it's
64.
the menu
Yeah,
theme for Super Mario 64.
The
Yeah.
Mario 64 menu theme. Yeah,
I had to put my ear up to the fucking phone speaker there because my speakers are fucked. But yeah,
It
he's
is a bit,
using
it is
it.
a bit quiet even in my headphones. So
Did you just blow into your microphone?
shut,
the
stop.
It's oh my god, his phone's an NES cartridge. No way.
My phone is like old. My phone's like 4 years old and fucking full of dirt and dust in the
What phone
speakers.
do you have? What the fuck?
Old.
It's an iPhone 8.
Anyway,
That's wow, very descriptive. Okay, unpause the video.
didn't apply the
It's a
penalty to
Motorola.
parties, essentially counting the party leaving as
Motorola.
one
It's a
person
Nokia
leaving, so
3310.
no harm, no foul. Or two, if you once again added one of the most universally hated features from launch casual, player penalties for leaving a server.
No.
No.
Don't tell me.
just
Shut the
unpause.
fuck
I
up.
think we can
To
all
add that,
agree
he's not-
this would be a horrible idea.
Okay.
I don't even think the
Jesus.
existence of
Good.
casual in its current state is a crime worthy of crucifixion, but I'd be changing my tune and grabbing the lumber and nails if that shit got added again. You can't make me go back. This whole post was very enlightening, and I'd highly
His
recommend that
drawl when
everyone
he
read
talks
through
is
it.
so annoying.
If for no other reason,
Dude,
than
it was
really
so
get an
enlightening. I
idea
didn't
of
even
exactly
fucking
how
cite it
bad
correctly.
quickplay actually
Yeah.
was. I am so glad I didn't just hallucinate the fact that I didn't like quickplay or had a bias based on a handful of bad experiences.
I
There is so much
hallucinated
that
I
makes
didn't
sense
like
now that I've
Quickplay.
read this. Not only would quickplay randomly put you into totally empty servers
Oh, pause. Let's read this. What Mastercom said.
Tendency to not fill up servers properly. Is this okay?
Dude.
Is this what Zesty talked about when people talk about how launch quick play is different than the
Shit.
improved?
I mean, yeah, but also Mastercoms is just saying this as if it's just quick play in general and cites zero data for anything.
Yeah.
You know what actually functions like this? Mastercoms' fake quick play functions like this because nobody's using it. That's what actually their fucking quick play functions like
You know what's
this.
even funnier?
And
Even-
And then,
you know what's
wait,
even
hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
And then they
sorry.
pretend, right? And then they pretend they say Mastercom says later in their posts like, "See, I ran my own quick play, so I have evidence to back up my
All it
claims
is a
because of."
skin over casual.
It's like you're an
isn't
idiot.
Dude, his
All it
quick
is,
play
all it
puts you
is,
into
it's the
fucking
fucking
Uncle
web
Topia.
browser.
His
It's
quick
just
play
server
puts you in
browser, not
Uncle
yeah,
Topia?
shit.
No.
Yes.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
dude,
Also,
Agartha,
yeah.
Agartha's excluded. Agartha is excluded from Mastercom's quick play, but
Why?
he is not. Strong.
Why?
Because
Yeah,
we
but-
have damage. Because we have damage spread on.
Oh, fuck off. But Uncle
Even
Topia
though,
gets on with
by
their
the way,
class limits.
even though damage spread, even though during quick play, damage spread was a toggleable option to search for. That was literally in quick play. But Mastercom is like, yeah, this is accurate, but also, no damage spread. Fuck you. But
You know
class
what's
limits,
even
those are
funny?
okay.
What's funny is that even if this was true, let's just say hypothetically this was true, casual mode still does this a fuck ton. So like there's not really an
Always,
upside
yeah.
being gained.
I played a game
So, like-
recently where it was a 5v0, and then
So
when everyone
even
left,
then-
I stayed for 10 minutes. This was in Borneo, by the way. Didn't freaking
I love
get anyone
Borneo.
in for 10 minutes. I sat there and I waited.
It's a
So yeah,
shame.
even if we said this was hypothetically true, and Mastercoms is right here,
And not
it would
just
still
lying.
not-
Yeah.
even if it was hypothetically right, it still wouldn't matter because casual mode still does this too at a massive degree that's actually hurting.
To the point,
I like
to the
how
point
Bro-
where even
I like how Bro said,
launch
Everyone
quick
experienced this,
play
bro.
didn't
Everyone
even do this.
experienced this.
Dude, Mastercom's just speaking out their ass. It was a very common complaint people had with quick play that it didn't fill up servers
I
proper.
doubt that.
Really?
I seriously doubt
Really?
that.
Is that why every fucking person aside from these actual contrarians says the complete opposite? And if I went to go talk to someone like Muselk, they wouldn't fucking say that.
I could talk to my friend right now, the old friend I've talked about before, and like he would have the opposite thing to say.
Yes, because this is just like lying contrarianism.
But to be fair, he also played in the day the most he ever played was in the days when all there was a server browser. So in his mind, quick play was the only reason he never enjoyed quick play, and he's told this to me before. Like, quick play was fine
It's
for
because-
him. The only reason he didn't like it was because he liked being able to navigate a server browser with all the customizability that provided, and at that point it was just
Which
muscle
he's-
memory for him.
Yeah, which he still had. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could just do that instead. Yeah.
It's just an option though, so it's
Yeah.
not really
Yeah.
a problem.
Pretty
Quick
much.
play is an option. Use server browser instead if you don't want to.
Yeah. And that
Truth
was
nuke.
that was always something that he was grateful that they kept, because he was always worried that it would eventually replace the server browser altogether, but it didn't, and that was
That
kind
would
of
just
until we meet your match, of course. But yeah, let's don't.
yeah. Well, he quit before Meet Your Match. He quit when Love and War came out. So
Base.
Bizarre update to quit on, but fair.
No, it's not.
But I
Base.
always used to
not.
see
No,
servers in the
Bizarre's good.
browser filled up to only 23 players instead of 24.
Then
And
fix
now
it.
I know it's because quick play was literally incapable of filling a server up to 24 players.
that's not
it couldn't
true.
fucking do it.
That's
The
not
only
true.
reason
Oh my
servers
gosh. You
True.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's pretend it is true. Does that even fucking matter? No. But if it did matter, then fix it. That doesn't seem like a hard fix.
no, that's the
Whoa.
easiest fix in the world.
Whoa, radical concept.
Freaking
It's like, even if
could
you give
do
him the
that.
benefit of the doubt here, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't seem like a hard fix, so just fix it. That's it. Like, who cares?
Filled up
On
to
pause.
24 was because of people connecting through the server browser. And the only reason people were even using the server browser to begin with was because quick play was so shit at getting you into a game. It's
Yeah,
so
at
bad.
launch,
It's
but it
so
was
fucking
improved.
bad, and
It was
people want this
improved
back.
upon.
They
Okay, even
genuinely
if quick play
cannot
was shit, right?
fathom a
Even-
better.
Let's just say hypothetically, quick play was shit. Even then, don't use it. Use the server browser. It's just an option. Like what?
Like,
Even
yes,
if it was
if-
hypothetically shit, use the server browser. What?
Well, of course. Well, at that point too, you would also say to actually fix quick play as well. But
I mean, yeah, you would still. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should still fix.
like,
quick
we're
play,
not
but I'm
going to
just
say
saying,
that. Like,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
In this hypothetical scenario, if he was saying quick play was actually as bad as he's saying, then why don't you just use the server browser? You could just ad hoc connect. Huh?
Yeah.
The game would still play better no matter what. Like what?
Because that would require him to, like, not just talk shit.
Oh
that
yeah,
would,
of
that
course,
would
yeah.
force him to
Fair.
humble himself.
Yeah.
We've got 11 minutes left in the video. We can do this. I
my
backed up
God,
a bit
we're
because I
almost
think he
there.
was talking about the Bring Back Quick Play people again.
Begin with was because quick play was so shit at getting you into a game. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad, and people want this back. They genuinely cannot fathom a better system than this. It is incomprehensible
There was
to
no
them.
better system.
Once I started doing test matches with my burner account,
Wow, and he did
that's
the
when I
jab
decided
of
to check
cutting
my
away.
casual elo for both
Because
accounts,
he got an
and I
anky.
made an interesting discovery that pretty much changed the trajectory of this whole test and ended up saving me a lot of time. After only 5 matches on my burner account, my elo was almost the same as it was on my main account, only at a difference of 100 elo. My main account was around
Yeah, he
1200,
didn't even finish
and my
the
burner
fucking
account
test.
was
He
at
said he was gonna do.
1300.
That's
So
So it
That's
was
just
doing
lying.
better
That's
after
insane.
just 5 matches.
You have to throw the
Scrolling
whole
down,
study out.
I saw that casual starts you off
Dumb
at a
bitch.
baseline of 1500
Yeah.
elo, and adds or subtracts from that based on your performance. And seeing as I did pretty well in my first match, it bumped it up by about 100 points. But by the end of my 5 matches, despite the fact that I was performing consistently well and my wins outweighed my losses, I still ended up losing 200 total elo from the baseline 1500. I talked to some friends of mine and they reported very similar elo rankings to me, pretty much all in the 1200 to 1300 range.
Cyber
Even though we
Wizard,
all play
fuck
extremely
that guy,
differently
dude.
from one another,
No
with extremely
way!
different skill sets,
I'd
and
rather
extremely
not
different
fuck him
map
with some
selections,
really gross
and
dude.
extremely different
Yeah.
play styles.
Sorry.
I asked my fans about this on my
He's a
Discord
spy
server
name.
too. The
Gotta be
lowest I
smelly.
saw was
I
around
asked my
dude.
fans. That's my data, my crowdsourcing. People who agree with me, my fans.
No,
No matter what.
no. Pause. They're giving him their elo scores. That is literally just objective stuff. This isn't him of asking opinions. This is him asking, "Hey guys, give me your elo scores." That's it.
I mean, yeah, but I guess.
There literally cannot be bias with that. It's just a number.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm kind of getting fed up, and I'm tired.
On pause, we gotta get
Honestly,
through.
Sam,
700,
but this video is
and
really
the
fun
highest
still.
was 1500. And those were not common numbers. This is a super narrow range, considering that my first match on the burner account got me up by 100 points. The disparity between
Can't
any
get
given
ruled.
player should be way higher. Hell, even the
Wait,
guy who
what?
made the
Wait,
video
wait,
that
wait,
showed
wait,
me how to
he's
check
there?
my elo in
Yeah.
the first place
course he is.
had a ranking that
no
was
way.
almost the same as my
He's
burner
everywhere.
account. I would
He's
wager
everywhere.
that the vast
He
majority
really
of
is.
people who play
Fuck.
TF2 on any semi-regular basis have
didn't know
their
that.
elo in this extremely narrow 1100 to 1500 range. I'm anxious to hear if anyone in the comments has something outside of this range. So the conclusion I've come to as a result of this is that outside of extremely niche circumstances, your elo straight up does not matter, and the
already
matchmaker may as
knew
well be
that,
totally
dipshit.
random for all the difference it makes.
Yeah.
To
At
be
this
fair,
point, I
he's-
decided it wasn't even worth continuing the test with the burner account, since the results are going to be
Yeah, 'cause I
basically the
just don't wanna
same.
do good- I
I'd
just don't wanna
basically
do
just
good
be playing
research.
200 rounds on my
Wah,
main for all the
wah,
difference
wah.
it made. No thank you. I even felt this way during my matches. It didn't seem like they were all that different from my main accounts, and that's because they weren't. And if elo alone is
You
enough
didn't
to go
finish
by,
your
there's a good
test.
reason for that. At the very least, whatever seems to
Man,
be
you
causing
are a
steamrolls to
horrible
exist in the
scientist.
first place doesn't seem to have anything
He's
to do with
zesty
the
when
Oh my
you
god,
do
he
this
killed the
stuff.
broken
If it's the
glass.
fault of
No way.
matchmaking at all, it's a completely different system
Dude, a
at play.
freaking
So what
small YouTuber played 50 matches at least just to freaking figure out if Sniper was as oppressive as people thought. It's like,
Zesty wouldn't have done this to us. Zesty's a true numbers patriot.
Zesty would have done this for the chuds.
He would have done it for us. He wouldn't have been a quitter like this. He's a real man.
No. He's just a stupid quicker. All right.
He's the king of the quickers.
What the hell is
He's
going
the-
on
he's
here?
the quicker
Well,
guy.
what I
Quicker.
think is happening here is that Valve wanted an elo system in casual to get people matched into better games, but didn't want to fully commit to it being super strict since it is still casual at the end of the day. So it's this sort of half measure of an elo system that keeps roughly everyone in around the same place and as a result doesn't actually do anything. This raises the obvious question of why even bother having an elo system in the first place if it doesn't actually do anything. Of course, that raises a follow-up question of whether or not it's worth getting rid of if the results would be the same, which is to say the matches you get put
Yes,
into
it
are
was
essentially
Yes,
random.
because it was
Now, if
better.
the
3 times
existence
better.
of elo is
Yeah.
directly responsible for other problems outside of match balance, like say longer queue times or preventing the suggested pseudo ad hoc system from working, then hell yeah, I say get rid of it. But I have no idea
Wow, the
if
best
the
thing you said
elo
in this
system
video.
is having any
The
kind
only
of
good
detrimental impact on the game. I can't jump to conclusions on that sort of thing without knowing exactly what the casual system is doing when it's running checks to put you into a game. Wow,
editing
editing
some
addendum
other
again.
okay
Apparently
things,
I picked a
but
good time to
okay.
make this video.
Yeah, that's
so
the-
that
that's the best
recent
thing you
stealth
said
patch that reduced
so
the
far.
pre-round timer not only did that, but it also fixed the issues that Wheezy was having with MVM queuing
Who
that he
gives a
mentioned
shit?
in his
It's
most recent
MVM.
video.
Who
And it
Irrelevant.
also
cares?
improved
Dude, let him
casual
finish. Oh my
matchmaking
God.
speed across the board. With basically everyone I've seen talk about this mention
This fucking
substantially
song again,
faster
bro. I
queue
wanna
times
kill him.
even for semi-obscure maps. I was even queuing with a friend late into the night and still got put into full matches within a few seconds. It is
Lucky.
noticeably faster than it
Lucky.
ever has been.
I
This
have
was
not
after
Yeah,
a
it
period of a
went back
couple
to-
of
it
days
went
where
back to being
matchmaking
shit
was
again.
actually unbearably slow, and a Reddit post that Jill made clears things up a bit. And of course, in
Jill.
response, the people who are normally very insistent that bringing back quickplay and fixing casual are the same thing are very, very
That nobody says this. They are not this.
I'm in the video. Holy shit! I didn't realize I'm in the video. What the fuck?
Wait, what? Where?
clears things
I'm
up
in
a
the
bit.
video,
And
wait.
of course, in response,
He's slippy.
the people who are normally very
Yeah.
insistent that bringing
I
back
just used my
quickplay
YouTube
and fixing
alias.
casual are the same
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Dude,
Yeah.
nobody is saying that fixing casual and bringing back quick play are the same thing. That's completely dishonest. They're not the same. Nobody has ever said that that's the same.
Yeah, but dude, he has to like be pretentious and be a liar so that he can
I
make
know,
sure that
I know.
everyone knows
I'm
how
saying,
evil we are
I'm
for hating
saying
Jill.
for the record that at least in the servers that we've been in,
And for the
and with
record,
community
for
we've
all
been a
4
part
of you viewers, for all 4 of you viewers, for
Yeah.
the record.
Nobody says this. It is intellectually dishonest in such an obvious state that like people who join our server and say this get corrected immediately. Like this is not something people agree to. They're
You know what's
wrong.
funny? I love how I use. I love
Freaking
how no
Katami
one
corrected
knows
this like week 1. Sorry, what?
You know, it's funny. It's funny how like no one, how like people are like entirely unknown that I'm the leader of the Discord server that's like in the know, and it's just some random guy on a Reddit post.
Yeah.
Why should they
No
care?
one-
Why should they care?
I'm not saying they should care. I'm just saying I find it funny
I know,
how
but
like,
I'm it's like
usually
why
it's like
would
e-celebs.
why would that? Yeah, but you're not an
It's usually
e-celeb.
like
It's a dead movement.
It's usually like some people that like it's usually like someone that's like has a voice in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
Well,
Meanwhile,
dead server.
It's just a funny detail is all. Yeah.
The funny detail is that he's going to try and
are
paint
very,
these people as like crazy.
very
and
upset
evil
that
and
Valve
evil
is
or
making
whatever.
actual efforts
Does
to
he
fix
know?
casual. They're
Talk
the
to
good
me. I wanna
guys.
talk
Now,
to
I don't
you.
know
It
if
would be funny.
matchmaking speed is the only thing that's changed here. My guess of what's happened is that the matchmaking system is just way less strict about putting the player in certain ping regions, but I don't know if anything else has changed under the hood. Some people have speculated that the skill-based portion of matchmaking has been disabled, and I don't think that's the case. For one thing, the MVM queue fix shows that this may not have had anything to do with skill-based matchmaking, since MVM doesn't have skill-based matchmaking at all. And for another thing, the ELO stat
No
still
way.
exists and functions as usual, and I tried out a few matches to see if the team balancing was any different, and they seem pretty normal, actually surprisingly balanced all things considered. I even stuck around for a few in-progress games that seem to be doing just fine. At the very least, we can
Oh, man,
conclude that
wow,
the
good for
existence of ELO is not
Big ol'
slowing
shit.
down queue times, since
You're
this
Reddit
video
gold,
proves that they
sir.
seem to
You're
be
Reddit
totally
gold.
unrelated factors.
No way.
And we can indeed have ELO and fast queue times.
So I
at
didn't
the
even realize
same
that post
time.
got 30
And if that
upvotes.
applies to my pseudo ad hoc suggestion,
we can have elo and queue times. Isn't that great, guys?
No,
that's
we
even
can't.
better. All this
We
to say
can't.
that I don't know if the
Back.
recent update fucks with my data at all, but hey, it's still useful to show you what we've been dealing with since Blue Moon for the most part, and I did not spend 3 months getting this data for nothing. I want this video out already.
It's cool.
Here's
it's
my
worthless
take.
data.
If
I'm
it doesn't
sorry,
matter
man.
either way,
It wasn't even
then it
data
doesn't
in the
matter.
first place. It
So
was
may as well
random
keep the system in
percentages
place
that
with
had
a
no
small amount of
correlation.
people who do benefit from its existence. If it's having any kind of detrimental impact on the game in the form of longer queue times or somehow incurring team stacks despite the fact that so many people are nearly identical elo, then yeah, get rid of the Glyco system and go back to the way casual used to work without it, on top of all the
Or-
suggested additions and fixes. There is precedent
Or-
for the system existing in the game,
Or
so
quickplay.
ideally it wouldn't be too difficult to go back to, but that's not a guarantee. And I'm sure if I actually sat down and talked to someone at Valve about this, then they'd have a lot to tell me about how complicated all this shit is. Obviously, it would be
Yeah,
nice
well, they're
if ELO
Valve,
worked
so
as
Valve-
advertised
Valve-
and got you into
Valve-
balanced,
Valve-
fun
Valve-
games
Valve-
every
Valve-
single time. But I think a part of the reason why Valve even went with this half-measure approach in the first place is that this would lead to
'Cause you're a bunch
longer
of
queue
cucks.
times and smaller games, because the amount of people who match with each other extremely well would be quite small. And even then, it's not like me and all my friends and all of my fans are at an identical skill level, so there would still be a huge disparity in
Yeah, 'cause
skill
I'm better
between
than you.
players if all you're
Yeah, better
judging
than
is
you,
their
honestly.
elo level. The player
Humble
base
brag
of
once
TF2
more.
simply isn't big enough to account for this sort of system, especially in smaller regions.
Oh, my bad.
So in
I wasn't
conclusion,
being humble.
I think the matchmaker, and obviously casual as a whole, is definitely in need of some tune-ups. But it's also
Or-
not nearly as bad as I thought it was going into this. The issues of constantly getting matched into one-sided steamrolls
Oh, is that what you
have
thought?
no
Oh, you
chance
thought
of
it's not
winning
as bad as you
really
thought, okay.
primarily come as a result of joining
Well,
into
that's a
games in
relief.
progress.
What a relief.
Otherwise,
I was
I've
so
pub
pumped.
stomped
thanks
about
for
as much as I felt
reassurance,
I
man.
should for someone who's been playing the game for as long as I have, with one of the easiest and most effective
that
classes
another
that I have a
humble
lot of
brag?
experience with. I can't tell you
can't
how
even
much
tell
that
anymore.
shit did for my imposter syndrome. And hey, that's how it worked in the old days. Everyone wants to go back to the German Star days, but without the part where they get pub stomped by Star, I guess. A lot of these matches that I rolled through probably
What?
would have been a lot more balanced if I had decided
when
to
I
play
cherry-picked
basically anything
biscuits.
else.
What?
Which is what I normally do when I'm playing anyway.
That doesn't even
I
make
wouldn't say I was
sense.
exactly sweating my ass off the
Me when
entire
I
time.
cherry-pick
My only
statistics,
rule
bro.
was that I couldn't throw the match by waiting around until the other team capped or anything like that, since it would obviously have a serious impact on the results of the data. I wanted this to be as clean as possible. Obviously, there were still
No,
games
you
where I was up
didn't.
against impossible odds.
Is that why
but they're
you
in
quit
such
the
a vast
experiment after
minority
5
that
rounds?
I'm kind of okay with that.
After
I
5
went into
rounds
this
on
video video
alt.
thinking that the matchmaker must be screwing up in some catastrophic
lazy
way.
bastard.
Because anytime I think back to my time streaming TF2 or just trying to play casually to get footage,
When you yelled
I
at your
just
mom.
remember roll after roll after
Bro, his mom
roll.
deserves it. Shut up.
Something horrible has to be going
His
on
mom
here.
deserves
but really,
it.
it turns out that may not be the
She
case
literally
at all.
does,
At least
if you
not
don't know
based
the
on
backstory.
Yeah, I know what you're
Really,
talking about.
all of this
I'm
work
just
and effort
She
and
literally
data
deserves
collecting
it.
We
has
shouldn't
made
be
me come
bringing
to
this
the
up.
unsurprising result that joining
You
games
should,
in
like,
the
cut
middle
that
of
from the
losing
video
is likely to
completely.
result in
Like,
you
really
losing.
bad taste.
That was worth several months of my time. Actually, no, it wasn't. This sucked, and I kind of hated it.
Did you hear
The
that
unsurprising
pretentious
result
little bit?
that joining games in the middle of losing is likely to result in
No.
you losing. That was worth several months of my time. Actually, no, it wasn't. This sucked, and I kind of hated it. Not even necessarily the process
Then
of
why
needing
did
to
you
play
make
the
the video?
same thing 100 times in a row. Shotgun
because he
Soldier's a
wanted to,
blast
like,
play.
hate
No,
rage
just this
bait thing.
tedious mechanical process of going
wants
over
to hate
every
fuck this
single
game.
game I managed to get into to judge whether or not it's balanced.
I mean,
instead of just not caring
why?
and having fun with the game.
Oh,
Leaving
fuck
a
you.
bunch of honestly perfectly fine matches just because they're not useful to my data since I joined maybe a minute too late. All in service of contributing to a tired conversation that I've been well sick of having.
When bro doesn't
with
even
some of the
fucking
most
commit to the
stubborn,
entire
You don't even
research.
have the-
minute too late.
You don't even.
All
Holy
in service
shit!
of
What the?
contributing to a
Okay.
tired
Go back. You gotta read these
conversation
comments and
that
he's
I've
saying
been
you're
well
stubborn and
sick of
shit or
having
whatever.
with some of the most stubborn.
Pause.
Holy fuck! All right. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
another
Even
Valve
though
apologist
I
fence
never got to experience it myself. I've heard stories of so many different community servers lose their player base and shut down as many quick plays as soon as quick play was removed. Big Boy Games, isn't he the guy that did all the Emporium stuff?
Yeah, he helped with the editing of 2 movement videos that were never shared around because it was like
Also,
Oh
Also,
yeah,
what's it
yeah, I
called?
remember him. He's
Also-
been
also
around
that-
since
also-
Save too.
isn't this thing that the Big Boy Games, isn't this from like one of the website, one of the things?
This is one. This is
Yes.
from
That's
like
him.
Katami's first public newsletter.
That's what I'm saying. This is from like one of Cat's things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
like
this is
that.
from one of his most important publications that Zesty is also a part of. Like I have a quotation
And
in this
there's
too.
a bunch of people in there that have citations.
I think I wrote
Why
an
is he
article.
singling
I
out?
think I wrote an article in
why
this exact
why is he
issue.
putting on Big Boy Games out of all people here?
I don't know.
I think
Like,
it's
what?
I think it's because he's pinning it on like the smallest person he can find there that has an actual audience.
Dude, freaking
No, that's so sad.
dude, Zesty
How it
was
is.
in the same
But-
thing. He could have bagged on him, and I was in this. I wrote a whole
Yeah.
article on this. I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're a nobody. B, Zesty is too big.
Yeah, I
Go
know.
for someone-
I know.
Just enough publicity so
I'm
that he
just
can
screwing
like
around.
throw shade, but not like big enough so that he'll have a squadron at his doorstep beating him with clubs. You know.
Personally, I'm still hard from when he put me in the video, so at least I'm surprised.
Same here. I've been throbbing this whole time. Anyway, let's get back to screenshots.
Yet another
Relate,
valid.
just like me for real. Oh, yay, more Reddit comments.
I don't want quick play. I just want features of quick play. Yeah, no, seriously, that's all it ever winds up being.
Actually being informed of the players casual define casual apologists always and sick quick players awful. Literally nothing anyone's saying here is like negative. And no one said nothing anyone's saying here is negative. This is all just like, yeah, we want the same thing. Can you guys stop pretending we don't?
Just use the right name. If I have to hear that bringing back quick play and improving casual are the exact same thing one more time, I'm going to. They aren't. They aren't.
They
Intellectually-
are.
No, they're not. No. Bringing back quick play is not the same as improving casual. It's throwing casual out altogether.
Getting rid of cat. Yeah.
Improving casual is getting rid of casual, so you're just asking for quick play, and I'm saying.
Well,
Exactly.
they don't think that because in their heads, improving casual is actually improving casual, not removing it. Because they don't view removing it as an improvement.
I mean, if you want to think of it as like a ladder where like you could a ladder that you can only go up, sure, I
tell that
guess.
to- tell that to them.
Dude, it's these people don't understand the concept of the fucking ship of Theseus. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Evidently
true.
not.
It's literally
It's
they were literally
dilute-
quick play. Ooh,
I just don't
Dude.
care how you go about it. Just give me the features I want from quick play. I just don't
Fuck
care. Oh.
you for slandering and taking Katami out of context.
Okay. You know what? This is one of the things I agree with. Saying this out loud was kind of stupid. We should not have said this out loud.
counterpoint.
fuck?
Counterpoint. It's a fucking counterpoint. Fish is a pathetic little fag for this because he's literally targeting a teenager.
Okay, yeah, true. This is kind of sad.
Like,
but...
I'm sorry.
He's targeting
I'm
a
sorry, dude.
semi-autistic teenager, first of all. But
Yeah,
second
dude,
of all,
I'm-
he
no,
was
Semi-autistic.
so damn
Dude, it's-
passionate about this project and every other
Because he's a
project he's
fucking-
been a part of because he comes from a place where TF2 barely exists, and he, with absolutely no online presence, he directly caused free-to-plays to be unmuted with his efforts.
Well, dude, it's just like sad. It's just sad. It's just sad. Like, I'm gonna go after these BBQP people, fucking losers. It's like, dude, it's a bunch of fucking kids. You're actually just gonna rag on a bunch of children? Like, you stupid?
I mean, there was only one child there, and that was him.
It's just punching. No, there are multiple people on the team that were.
Also, Katami's not
Finger-
even referring to quickplay when he's talking about
I'm in
this.
staff-wise.
He's comparing this something that occurred with
Yes.
a dude named Indy, which was a completely different situation.
The figureheads of BBQP were like mostly not adults. None of them were 20.
I was the oldest staff member for a bit.
Yeah.
I mean like, oh, I thought you meant like as in like, oh, legal adult, not like.
No. Well,
No.
yes, that too, but also.
I mean, being 18, I'm still counting you as a teenager because that is
Fuck
still
you.
teenager.
No, I'm going off with the law. The law says 18. So
Yeah, that's cringe. An 18-year-old isn't any more mentally developed than a 16-year-old.
I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying.
My point is like he's just punching down. It's just like pathetic. He's like punching
He's also
down on
missing
people.
context because he never
like-
interacts with us. This indie thing
course
is
he is.
actually what
But
Katami's referring to.
Even if that's what Kat was saying, right? Even if this is what Kat was saying, he's just punching down on like literally like underdeveloped teenager.
Yeah.
Like, wow,
Yeah.
aren't you so fucking special, bro?
On
He's
one
so
hand, we should have
fucking
not
special.
said this, but on the other hand, this is just
This
petty.
had nothing to do with quickplay. The indie thing was a completely separate thing. I think it had to do with a grooming problem in our staff that we had to take care of.
What?
Well, you see, no,
Rewind.
we did not have a wait. What? We had a grooming? What?
I'm pretty
What?
sure
Rewind.
there was somebody who was doing some diabolical shit, I thought.
In our staff? I don't remember
Is
paying
it
anyone from
TF2 or
staff.
BBQP? Hold up.
I mean, free to play. It's like what? Which one? I don't remember shit.
Now I'm
I've been here
trying
since the
to
start.
remember because I could have sworn something happened.
I don't. The only times we've removed staff members is because when they did stuff like what Handman did with like unmute with like True Quick Play, like did a hellhole. People were like, oh yeah,
like what Mr. Lights did when he started going 1980. I don't. And
no, I don't hate him.
Oh,
I
no, it wasn't him. It was fucking. It was fucking Shark.
Yeah, that was like
fucking
uncomfortable.
Phantom.
1984.
It was too.
Literally, like,
That,
you
I
got
don't
my
hate him,
friend.
but that
I'm
was like
banning you.
The song was played on loop while I'm writing the first draft of the response article in Indie's Golden Age historical revisionist video I'm making on what. Oh, right. I believe. Okay, I think I remember now. I think Indie was this dude that was. You know what? Now I don't remember, but I know for
Just
a fact it had
Indie is a
nothing
pot
to do.
smoke lunatic, so don't worry about it.
I know for
All
a
it is.
fact the Indie situation had nothing to do with quick play deniers being Holocaust deniers. That's
well, I
fucking-
mean that's still that's
I just
last
don't know
part-
what the f- talking about here. Like, what does that even mean?
You shouldn't even compare the Holocaust deniers to a fucking video game. That's like, how do you make that comparison? That's
Well, he
stupid. You
wasn't.
should not have
He
said
wasn't making that comparison.
Wasn't even doing
This text alone doesn't even prove that. So how this even got in the video is my question.
Because he's just posting screenshots that he probably isn't reading, as someone told him what it is because he's a
Yeah.
lazy sop.
I just
sure isn't in the server.
don't think I just don't think you should like have like compare Holocaust to like anything related to a video game or its community. Like that's just dumb.
That's great, bro. But you haven't been on the receiving end of being spawn camped on Frontier Second as blue team. That shit is literally.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Okay.
Oh my
That's
goodness!
literally a Holocaust.
Shut your ass up! You have anger issues.
I'm right, and you know
You
I'm
are
right.
not right. Fuck
Oh,
you. I
dude.
never get that mad.
I'm gonna keep going.
Original
Please unpause.
Oh, it's Seal
Seal made it. No way.
base.
Oh, it's also funny.
Base
This is
seal.
ignoring the fact that the Seal's replying to Fish being a total fucking cocksucking asshole in the previous
Oh yeah.
comment.
I
One
I remember
shitpost
meeting him.
gives you a
when-
red
Yeah, he
ring
says
slot
shit
in
post
their
when he was
heads.
just actually talking total shit.
He was just being a dick.
He was just being a total asshole.
Fuckers wouldn't last a day in safety if what the fuck?
My face when it's literally the same people in between these movements. What an
Seal
idiot.
was a part of it too. Pretty sure.
Yeah, because dude, Fish doesn't do his research. He's just a fucking shit talking. He's just a
You know what's
shit talking
funny?
dimwit.
The people that have done these movements has relatively stayed the same, but it's only you have just honestly just gone smaller over time.
Yeah.
It's just gone smaller.
Yeah, now we have me. Now we have me here, and I'm awesome. I'm not even part of your fucking movement. I'm just here like
Nah, you're just chill. You're just the chill guy, enough said.
I'm like the honorary quicker.
You're like the guy that like gets you don't get paid you don't pay to be here, but you're like the guy that pays to be here, but like
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, you agree with pretty much everything that we talk about in the movement, so to speak. You're just not a subscriber to the hashtag, so to speak. So, as far as
we all
he
want
just disagrees with aspects of what we did, which
literally
I
a matter
honestly
of
agree
we
with.
all want the same thing.
that's
Yeah, we all want the same thing. I just argue that the means to get that is different. That's
fine. That's fine. That makes sense.
That's that's my angle. I'm like Mr. Optics. So that's my angle on everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And in that case, we did not do things right with optics, but that's a topic for a whole other time.
That's-
That's for part 2.
This
yeah,
whole
part
comment,
two.
this whole comment from
Part
Seal,
2 electric boogaloo.
this whole comment from Seal is straight facts. I don't know.
Yeah. He's acting like
I like how fucking Fish is just saying, I did a little trolling. Meanwhile, fucking Seal's just out here laying him out to dry.
Look, at guys, I hecking owned him because I put him in my video under a negative context.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Except if I read that, I can tell that Seal's just spitting.
Straight.
Spitting facts.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I can't believe the British guy speaks facts. I'm gonna kill myself.
Facts, bruv. Facts.
I'm gonna keep going. We're less than a minute done.
Vile.
No way.
I wonder if the person with what I assume is a Nazi dog whistle in their fucking name with the numbers is a shit posting dimwit. Oh wow, it's crazy. They're shit posting dimwit. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like the Castaway guys. It's almost like the Castaway guys are edgy on purpose, just to piss people like you off. Why do you take them seriously, you stupid?
One guy says something I disagree with. That makes the entirety of the population bad.
What the fuck is John Tunick?
I don't even know.
The fuck is that?
No, that's I think that's Jill's name actually.
I'm gonna say, is that Jill?
I think it's Jill.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good Shunick. That's a good name.
That is a good name. We can give
that's a good last
to the Jill.
good last name. Yeah, I gotta give Jill some credit. It's a good last name. Anyway, I'm paused. We can see the next riveting commentary.
Intolerable people in.
I'm intolerable.
See Jesus reposted.
Casual tard coping has never stooped so low.
Reddit TF2 fans on their way to defend the poor multi-billion-dollar company corporation from harassment.
True. My goodness.
Don't forget the death threats.
For well over a year now. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to actually playing the game like a regular person now. And
yeah, because we don't play the game. Otherwise, we wouldn't think like this. You fucking idiot.
Joe, shut the fuck up. Go back 10 seconds. Shut the fuck up. Let him finish the video so we can shit talk him.
And intolerable people in this game's community for well over a year now. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to actually playing the game like a regular person now and not a robot, and making videos about things that people actually want to see from me.
Like what?
Who wants to see anything from you?
Dude, I need to make more videos about like the sun on a stick and how it's a bad weapon. All you make is slop. Meanwhile, I'm making pee because I'm smart and have big brain.
Oh my gosh, this whole thing was.
I do have to say, FishStickOnAStick's like outro thing is always pleasant.
Dude, this.
The outro is the peak of the video.
Start to finish was.
Yeah, it's the only time I don't have to hear him fucking speak.
Oh my gosh, Kenny Boy beat Bob rated the Halo games. He put Halo 2 as #1. He's peak.
Yeah, Kenboy has good takes because Kenboy is the G.
Okay, no, I disagree. I disagree with him on the fact that he thinks Reach is second best. Disagree.
Oh, well, that's too bad. No one asked.
Well, but 2 being in top, peak.
I've never played Halo, and I'll never play Halo because I have never owned an Xbox.
You don't have to own an Xbox. Play it on PC. Enough said.
That's cringe.
No, it's not cringe.
You
it's
gotta
better.
play it the original way, man.
No, cringe. Don't play on console. Consoles are cringe.
I like consoles. I like.
I'm gonna
consoles.
plug you. I'm gonna plug you into a wall. Then I'll say if you say
Fucking
console.
no.
friend.
I'm not a console. What the fuck?
Yeah, but if I fucking like shove an electrical cord in your head and then plug you in the wall, what happens?
I die. That's what fucking
He
happens.
becomes a console.
No, the fuck
I
I
think
don't. You ain't playing
I-
shit.
I think he becomes a console. I don't know.
No, I'll be like the PS5 and I'll have no games just to spite you.
No games.
Wow. No games. It's got no games. Man,
No games.
that was a great video.
That was
That
such a
was
funny
hideous.
video. That was peak.
That was hideous. I don't ever.
No, but
wanna
that
watch
no,
another
no, no, no.
video
I
again.
agree with the whole video with you. That was peak.
That was.
That video was filled with so much hatred.
Oh my
So
god.
But it was so funny.
Dude, you should look at the comments on it.
I can't bear it, bro.
No, I heard he's like
Wow,
deleting
we timed
comments
that
or something.
so well. My wife is home now, and I'm gonna have to
Ain't
go.
no way.
Bro.
Oh,
You should look
my video.
in your free time. Look at the comments section of that fucking video, dude. And look at the likes to dislike ratio. Bro is getting demolished. He's getting fucking mogged.
It's
Even
worse than-
even people that are in agreement with him on shit are saying like, dude, this is like too far.
Man.
Fucking John O'Kill, that YouTuber.
It's worse than the dislike ratio on my newest video, all because I said Half-Life 2 Deathmatch is stinky poopy bum mid.
Dude. Fucking John O'Kill 12, that fucking spy main YouTuber's like, yeah, I agree with a lot of stuff in your video, but dude, this is like really petty that you guys go and attack the bring back quick play people for repeatedly.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Like
Why
even
did you,
people that are agreeing with Fish are just like, dude, this is like there's so much vitriol coming out of it. It's
Sure.
like it's like oozing.
Well, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for
Yeah.
making me suffer through that. I hated
This
every
was
second
peak.
of it.
What do you mean?
You're welcome.
This was funny. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome. This was funny as shit.
Don't worry, I'll try and get my own video done soon.
You're
we can
making
watch
a
that.
video? No way.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really good. I told you, I wasn't just trolling when I said
I
I'm
will
a big
get my
Wayne.
video done eventually. I
Yeah,
swear.
dude, if I get my video done before your video done, I'm gonna strangle you.
I would deserve it, to be honest.
No, it would be even
I
funny if I
literally
got done my top or bottom
literally
video
just
faster than
drafted
his.
another script for it yesterday. So if I get this done before you get yours done, I need to like track you down and fucking like just bark. I need to Homer Simpson you just.
Listen,
What is the
Snake,
bar?
okay, Snake, you can reassure this. Your video will be done before the top or bottom YouTuber video. Enough said.
Yeah.